Hello everybody and welcome back to the second part of Storms over Cerenar, session 30. Our heroes have wandered through the jungle and in there they found a creature bound in an oak. It turned out to be the ferret Feywild person Furo Safaïs Mont Saint Clair Chevalier, who our heroes now have saved. But sadly they had to tell him that his realm, as it is right now, is under the control of a powerful night hag, the same hag that banished him into the form of a tree 100 years ago. So with that, and with Furo upon Bjorn's shoulder, you're now making your way through the jungle of the Kangundi once more. And sadly, Bjorn had to leave us. He was not feeling well. We are sending you all our best wishes, Jonas. Please get well. And until then, I guess I will just make sure that Bjorn does all of his shit as per usual. All right, gentlemen, what do you guys want to do?
Carry on.
You've been
Trekking
lost
offwards,
for a while.
We were following the northern. We're following the northern path, right, out of the grove.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, we know we need to go north at the very least. So, like, it's better than nothing, really.
Yeah, go ahead. Whoever's wayfinding, and go ahead and give me a survival check.
That was myself, right? Yeah. All right. Sir, let's get self roll off. Public roll and survival. 15. There we go. My last survival was a 7. This one's an 8. So this is finally when I'm actually losing my rolls on there.
You travel for more hours, a few more hours. As darkness set in, it doesn't seem like you've found your way back on track yet.
Rather than cartographying, I don't know. I'm gonna try and forage, see what I can get, especially on the kind of Fey side of this. As part of the route.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me I'll say foraging. Let's give it a. Let me check here. I'll say you can do survival or just straight up wisdom.
I'll go for survival. I've got proficiency in survival, so
go ahead and do that.
No, I'll leave it. I'm the opposite of Nongle this evening, and all evenings. To be quite honest,
you pick a few flowers, but you don't manage to get anything that.
Fair enough. So look at this one. That's jolly nice. Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys. Just having one little pitch of technical difficulties, so give me just 10 seconds here.
Sure.
Sandbar.
Did you put in the technical difficulties picture?
Oh, you fucking know it, buddy.
Great. I love that. Hey, Tanner, welcome back. All good on your end?
Oh. I don't know if you're muted or whether we're just not getting sound.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was muted.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just Discord's got this new camera feature that's just kind of messing things up a little bit for the stream, I am fixing that right now.
What is the camera feature?
When you share your camera now, it gives you some options to do other stuff. I think it's got some background, like some built-in background stuff now. So like you can blur out your background, etc. But
that's pretty good.
When you use an XSplit, has everybody's XSplit licenses run out?
Yeah, mine has for sure.
I never thought of getting one.
I don't know when mine will cut over. It can't be very long. So
We're back on. I just need to. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Just keep going. Just get like I can do this in the background. It's fine.
Observer isn't in right now, Tanner.
Observer isn't in.
No, not in the voice chat at least, is it?
No, it doesn't need to be in voice chat.
All right, correct.
Yeah.
All right. So for you don't forage really anything. What about you, Theus? What are you doing on the road?
Can I just... Do I have the means? Because we were, like, to work on my projects. I know it's on the road, but can I, like, while everyone, like, when we stop or take a break, just a little bit?
What kind of project are you thinking about?
These, like, little downtimes, like, just a little bit. If you look at on my
Sure,
downtime,
I will
you know,
say for the days that you have traveled so far, if that is what you want to do, I'll let you make one intelligence roll with disadvantage, and you can add that on top of that.
Okay, good. Can I make them private just because they're...
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, good.
Suspicious. Suspicion.
It's with a disadvantage. Okay, good.
Right. And what about you, Torgen?
Is it with my intelligence or is it with my dex? Because, like,
Intelligence.
I think I will kind of skulk ahead again once we are a little bit back on the track, and once I get my bearings again, probably outside of the more unnatural and fey-like woods, I'll kind of get ahead of the group.
All right, so you're scouting ahead. Go ahead and give me a perception or survival.
33 perception.
And nat 20. You have to honor the nat 20.
We haven't seen any of those tonight, have we?
As you scout ahead, you kind of first of all as you leave kind of the protected area of where the oak used to be, you notice at some point like a pack of like medium-sized reptiles that you manage to kind of guide the party around. And not only that, you also manage to get just when you're about to debate whether or not to stop for a rest, you kind of convince the others to pull through, and you find a path that leaves you back on track. So instead of losing a whole day's travel, you're only losing half a day's travel today.
No, because I don't know exactly what you're doing from the front back there, but I don't think you're going the right way. I think we've been here before. Like, I think it's this way.
Sorry, brains in the clouds.
As you find like a small like a place where there's like relative room enough for you guys to lie down your sleeping mats or whatever you want to do. You need to find some other music though, that's for sure. So, as you go to, are you just going to sleep, or do you want to do anything?
I'm fine. Just in inverted commas, long resting. So short, long resting. I can keep watch because of trance anyway. So
I don't think Furrow wants to sleep.
No.
Probably spending most of the rest just slapping insects away and trying to get what little rest can be gotten here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. If we are just about to have a long rest, what I will do... Sorry, again, long. I keep saying long rest.
A jungle rest.
A jungle rest.
A Kungundi rest.
I will cast Fly on myself and Nongle and Fierce, just so we can have a bit of an eagle eye view again. Just check out, see where we are, anything coming, anything out of the ordinary. Sure. I know Torgun doesn't like flying. Yeah, literally just so we can kind of do eye in the sky before we bed down.
All right. Why can't I find this for latest? All right, I have it up here. You want to get like a bird's eye view kind of the situation, is that it?
Yeah, I want to see like whether I can pick out how far we've gone today. Just based on like if I can see sort of where we come from, like, even if that's just the swamp. See if I can see this grove, the top of this where the oak tree was. Because I imagine there's going to be like a hole essentially.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Sure. It's 12. I don't believe I've rolled above a 10 today.
No.
I'll just
You don't really think you can orient yourself like this? Like it's a very thick jungle. It could be anything between 5 and 15 miles.
Can I get up and see if I can see if I can see the Harakatol from here?
Sure.
All right. No, Jesus Christ!
You fucker! You absolute bastard!
Knuckles, lucky day.
No, I better get this out of my system tomorrow because tomorrow is when I'm DMing, so I'll kill all the players with these fucking rolls.
You get up and you kind of use your you cast some simple spells and you kind of look through. Yeah, you can see like maybe like 45 miles ahead of you. You see the top of a cigarette, kind of. You're pretty sure.
I'll slowly turn Ost around. That direction, Ost.
Oh, bugger. Yeah, of course. No, that's,
there it is. See? It's right there.
Totally me.
Right,
Long day.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Snuggle, you turn around and look back, you see that from today you probably traveled only half a hex, so 7.5 miles.
Didn't get very far today, but better luck tomorrow. Well, at least we know face this direction and just keep heading that way, I guess.
Mild detour. Well, unless there's anything else you're looking out for, shall we?
Yeah, I'll look for
zoom
birds,
back down?
big fucking evil birds that want to destroy us.
Good shout.
As you go back down, are you doing anything, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm just looking for that big phoenix, not phoenix bird.
Yeah, you don't see.
All right, perfect.
Or a big young Garuga.
Yeah, we're taking we're taking a rest by the tree, right?
Yeah,
no, I think we traveled.
Did we?
No,
we did travel a little bit. All right, cool. Yeah. So during the rest, can I attempt to make some of that? Or does anyone have like? I guess I could give myself proficiency. Do I have any?
You didn't say you brought any of the flowers, so I.
Oh yeah, I said we're collecting flowers on the way.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
I've got an alchemy kit. Though I don't know whether that would help. Alchemist supplies, rather.
We'll say that would help. Yeah, definitely.
I always imagine it as basically just a child science kit, basically.
So I should pack it out. What does Snuggle see as you take out this set here?
I'll give him instructions, but I think I would know how to actually create them into.
No, I was asking Aus to describe it.
It's probably like a very low quality, like alembic mortar and pestle, like a couple of conical flasks. Probably 1 or 2 of the test tubes are broken because of we've just been traveling all over the place since we got it. You can see some of it is not particularly clean from the last time that it was used in anger, which is when he got high off his nut and tried to contact the other plane. So there are like hints of just like ethers and mercury in this set, which that's not particularly well packed away, but like it's all in okay condition for the most part. There's a load of like metal stirrers, a couple of pipettes, which are obviously not made out of plastic, so they're made out on like pig bladder or something. But yeah, other than that, and there's one of those like little wooden racks for test tubes because there's always one of those.
Okay.
What's this?
And a Bunsen burner.
with an old gas casket on it as well.
Yeah, just a small little like gas canister.
You see on the side of it, there's just a picture of like an elven emperor doing a thumbs up. Little Cato's chemistry set, it says.
All right, I'll use my knowledge of the ages and help him do this.
Oh, sure.
So when it comes to a critical point, because I only have it for 10 minutes, so when it comes to a critical point, I'll kind of be over his shoulder, and then when you need me, I'll gain proficiency in alchemy tools.
So what I will say is I don't have proficiency in this alchemy
God damn
kit.
it. All right, and then
So,
I'll just make the check then.
Yeah. Might be.
Like the two of you are fiddling around with this small chemical set. Like it's dark, and you have to like hold a light, and you're like balancing on a small rock.
Yeah, I'm just like holding the drift globe over him just with the light. It's just like,
Yeah.
is that better? How about here?
Furo kind of addresses it feels and talking. So your friends, are they always trying to do this kind of alchemy in the middle of the jungle, or is this what I'm trying to ask of you? Of course, is this normal or?
No,
I don't. First.
please, Torgen, like, as a newcomer, I think Torgen can tell you the best. As the most normal among us, Torgen can tell you.
Oh, you are
how it
also new
works.
to this group of adventurers.
Yes, I was. Other than that goblet you got there, I was on one of the other things that joined along the hell trip, shall we say? But
You keep nonchalantly mentioning hell. Can you maybe? I'm sorry, I have many questions. Please go ahead. It was rude of me to interrupt you, sir.
It's a bit of a story. I mean, we can take it at some point, but no. I assure you, they are this weird always. I mean, the rest of us, we like to do a little bit of more constructive work when we have time. And also, while talking and saying this, he does have his brewer's kit out and is like experimenting with the clam knock in the background.
Is that? Are you carrying around the clam? Here?
This is the finest alcohol you will find on this side of the plains. You wanna give it a try?
Go to go ahead and roll a wisdom save, bro. Yeah. Sure, I'm up for it. What do you say this is called?
I think they called it clam nuggets. I think it's a bit of a local delicacy. It's quite nice. I'm learning myself.
Go ahead and roll a Bruce supplies roll for me, real quick.
Alright. $13.
He takes a big gulp of it, and you see his expression kind of freezes as he just swallows it.
It's quite
Puts
nice,
his glass
isn't
down.
it?
Yes, it's very chunky. I think I might be been in the woods too long. Drinking might not be the best idea. But yes, keep up. I'm sure this will be wonderful when it has time to age a little.
Yeah, I don't like I said. I don't know what they're wasting time on over in that corner, but we like to be productive over here.
I see. And you master this.
I'm currently doing my best to blend in this very hostile environment, as I'm still in my bird suit, just in case. I don't trust this place at all. This is not my specialty. I'm much better like with things that I can talk to. So I'm just trying to lay low, let the others do their job, and when my skills are of need, I will be there. So I'm currently like Bjorn and me have very specific specialities, and when while the others are just doing their thing currently, like Bjorn is the muscle, like I'm the face, and they're currently the brains that work something out.
I see. Yes, that reminds me of the other two chevaliers. See, me, I was small and quick, and I could always hit people where it hurt the most. But Ultha was large and tough, and now it drains a bit. Let's see. Takes the cape out. Strong and powerful. Nothing could kill Ultha.
Was he also a ferret?
No, a bear kind of thing. The thing about Equus is Equus had no thumbs, which made some things pretty difficult for him.
How the hell the sword?
Oh, he did not.
Oh, okay.
It is very interesting to see someone punch someone else with hooves, I will say.
I'm getting this mental picture that's fantastic.
A force monk? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So no, I see you're all working together. You have to have different specialities. This one makes very interesting recipes with let's just say semi-fresh clam, and the others. Are they? Theus, please tell me the truth. Are they doing drugs?
Wake up.
I mean,
We got a bag of pot. So.
Yeah, I mean, we got a big old bag of weed.
Hey man,
I mean,
let's smoke that plant, bro.
It's late in the evening, and we can put that in. We can
I mean, are you a
put some
cop?
of that chronic.
I mean, if you're a cop, you have to tell me if you're a cop. No,
Technically, yes, I was part of law enforcement, but honestly, I don't really give a shit. I was straight edge until I met you guys. I had my first alcohol for many years since.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
just so you know,
he takes out a small pipe and begins to stop it from his his bag and his belt.
I mean, just so you know, Furo, it's getting really hard on the roads, and sometimes we've gone through a lot. We saw things that were very disturbing, and sometimes we have to do what we can to get us through a hard day. So excuse us if we somehow
No.
do very questionable things. For some of us, it's a coping mechanism. For others, it's to keep their minds straight. It's I don't know. Like, have you had doctors in your realm?
Takes up the pipe. Well, yes, we do have doctors, but I think what you are talking about is more.
Yeah, but see, when you are like confronted with death and have to live every day being chased by something and have to survive, you do your best to keep up every happy moment that you could get. I think someone like doctors are the closest thing. They see sometimes their patients die, can't do nothing against that, and they just try to power through, no matter how hard it gets, and sometimes just have kind of a dark humor around that. And this is similar to us. Like, when we do stupid things here, it's just like to get us through the day. Most of us, I think. I don't. Bjorn is just. I think Bjorn is just like ignoring things. Like, you can just like shut it out. But some of the rest of us are just trying.
As you're talking, like Furo kind of looks out and kind of zones out a little bit. It seems like he's thinking about something else, and he's like takes a big drag of his pipe and says, "Yes, in the months before the hack assaulting the Castle Royale, we fought a grueling campaign against the dead of the forest that the hack had brought back from the dead to fight against us. And when our comrades fell, soon after they would rise from the ground and try to kill their own. It is. But he kind of trails off and looks down at his pipe for a while. Yes, sorry, Monsieur Thiers, you were saying.
Yeah, and this is why we are trying to get. So why are they doing something stupid? Just laugh it off. Go with the jokes. I think the best way for you to fit with us is just go along with the jokes and try to.
I see. Actually, I'm called the master of the royal prank. Do you know? And he like.
Oh, then what's your best joke? I want to see your best joke.
Very well. And Bjorn is just snoring, like close to just lying in a pile with the pigs, as he kind of sneaks over to Bjorn and he takes out like a marker and he draws a mustache and like a penis on Bjorn and like when you saw his face. This is what you
Oh.
think about when you say
Good artistry. Very good.
Say,
Oh man.
go ahead.
Let me just add this. And like,
Googly eyes.
well,
googly eyes.
because Bjorn has closed eyes, I put googly eyes on his closed eyelids. They are perfect.
What? They are beautiful. Mon Dieu. This is
Yeah, but-
truly. And he looked you straight in the eyes when he says it's a truly eye-opening experience.
You could really say that. Really eye opening.
Meanwhile,
But yeah, welcome to the party.
thank you. Meanwhile, Nango, give me an alchemist supplies roll.
All right. So is that gonna be
That's
intelligence?
just a proficient intelligence roll, yeah.
Okay. So I'll do another save.
That's going to be +5 on top of because you rolled a check there.
Yeah, it will be a +5, so 15. But I don't like 15, so Nongol is going to, as he's kind of cooking with the alchemist tools or whatever, there's going to be a small little fire that kind of explodes, and he quickly grabs it, takes his hat off, and starts fuming it or whatever. And there's like this tick-tock going in the background as he has to diffuse this as quickly as possible. And he quickly rolls with it to kind of spill it a little bit. And I want to use my once-a-day Fedora of the Tomb Raider ability
Perfect.
to re-roll, because I have to do something crazy, right?
I'm so glad we have 2 of those now.
Yeah. So 35 now.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. That's not even the highest you could have... Oh, my...
after you do this, you kind of manage to...
None of my rolls even
It's a
go that
19, 18, 3 natural 20s. It's like, did you ever roll below 18 this session?
Yeah, I just rolled a 5.
How do you get a +5 to your saves? That's crazy.
+5 to my save?
Yeah, because you get +11 and then +5.
I don't know why it's doubling that.
That's very strange.
You've got
That
+16
shouldn't
to
be.
your intelligence saves.
No, that shouldn't be. That should be a +11. So that should be...
Oh, it should be a 30, which is still
That's still
fine.
pretty decent.
I was going to say, I don't even have anything that gets to 35, so...
You managed to kind of, after all this shenanigans, you managed to kind of distill
mean,
this into
it-
pungent oil, basically.
I mean, hang on. It should be... yeah, +11. I don't know where that other 5's coming from.
That's fine. We'll manage to figure that out after the session. We'll just keep in mind for next time we roll. You managed to distill the flowers into pungent oil, basically. You think if you let this rest for a few days, it could be used to create the effect that you know the flowers to have.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, anything else you want to do before you go rest?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. Anyone else?
All good here.
Cool. All right.
Do we have to
Take a
do
short
resting
rest.
time?
Oh, take a
If you
short
take-
rest. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Take a short rest as you spend 8 hours lounging around the jungle. And after 8 hours, you kind of pack up the things. You kind of put out your campfire as you continue on. Who is doing the wayfaring this time? Is still not doing the survival rolls?
The only thing I can't roll today. Survival.
I can mix it up with Torgan if you want.
You roll privately right now.
Yeah.
How about
I'm just trying to fix that.
How about I aid Nongol and give him advantage? And also, since we've been a little bit lost the other days,
Sure.
so I'll help with the navigation.
Go ahead and give us a survival check. No,
All right, hang on. Just let me...
non good.
A short rest. How many hit dice?
You get 0 hit dice.
All right, so I'll just roll for a short rest. Okay. Survival. See? See? 14. Is that correct? Is that no? That's correct.
You make your way north as you are kind of walking. Yeah. What is Theus and Aus doing? Meanwhile.
I'm not sure. I think considering it seems like we're basically just retracing ground. I don't, and we didn't. I know I didn't do cartography yesterday really for the second half of it. I don't think I'd bother today until I knew where we were vaguely.
Sure.
I could, I guess I could forage. I don't know whether I'd be particularly proficient in knowing what I was looking for, but I can give it a. I'll give it a go.
Go ahead
Sure.
and do that.
We need more food now. We've got an extra. So is that a survival check or nature check?
Survival.
No, still an 11.
So it looks like all saving throws rolled with proficiency add proficiency on top of it.
Oh well.
So it's either something with a 5e sheet or maybe a module that's active right now. But I don't know if one of you guys can roll a save.
Yep, it's 42.
Yeah, so it's only affecting saves on abilities or anything.
Peculiar.
So
This
just remember,
could
when
be
roll
one of the
saves, it's
modules,
minus
yeah.
your proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll a d20
we'll-
and add our
we'll-
modifier then if we need to. For the rest of the session.
We'll just have a look at it.
We'll burn
take
that
5
bridge when we
from
get to it. Yeah. We
Yeah.
need to fuck with it right now.
Perfect. As we get on, you are all. Theus, are you just doing what you did yesterday?
The best I could.
Go ahead and give me another intelligence roll with a disadvantage again, and then as we
Like
go on.
when I'm working with my hands. Like,
Does anyone want to give me a?
Because like it's
It
not.
says
Does anyone
it
want
says
to give me a
intelligence
reroll
on
for
the-
that
on the-
survival
on the
or
downtime thing?
I've got.
But
I've
I
got
wanted to
DM
think like
inspiration.
because it's not really that complicated.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, you
for
do it with-
present,
you-
like for
yeah, sure. You do it with Dex. Then.
Roy, if I've got DM inspiration, could I give that to Nongul just to reroll the survival?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
He
13 doesn't improve it.
Anyone give me advantage? I mean, does the pig still give me advantage? Or
I mean, I was aiding you, but I don't think that works for the reroll,
The
right?
pigs can only give you advantage if you spend resources on making them guide you, right? They are far from home right now.
But my advantage doesn't work on the reroll. Is that correct?
Yes, it does not. You have to keep the new roll. So you discard the first roll with head advantage with just a straight up roll. After a half day,
I've got-
you're walking in circles again. This place is hellish to navigate in.
should we just fly there? Low to the canopy?
Yes, that might be a sensible idea. I can take 3. We can't take the pigs though.
Damn it.
Alternatively,
Well,
one of us. Alternatively,
technically,
we cast fly on somebody, and then we kind of do a barrage balloon. So I know what one of those is in a fantasy setting, and kind of I just carry a rope along with me, and then just guide us towards the road.
Give me a second here. Okay. 18 from Achilles on his
my-
perception, as he says. He kind of
oh my
snorts with
god.
his snout. Yeah.
Lost. Can you make your pig? Can you, like the pigs know how to navigate, right? Can you fly on a pig and just like see if like?
I think that would probably
We have, like,
depend on the
11
strength
pigs,
of my
don't we?
thigh muscles as to whether I can kind of wrap my legs around the pig in a riding fashion whilst I was flying. I don't trust that. I don't
Master
trust my
Theus.
rolls with that.
Master Theus, I've spent the night staring into the abyss. And after a while, I'm pretty sure it stepped back into me.
Understand?
Regardless, if you want to fly to this dangerous cigarette you've been talking about, I can smell our location or the trail from yesterday from here. We could probably get to safety where there will be no predators. And you can continue on without us. We will not be a burden around your ankle any longer. And you can find us on your way back if that is what you wish.
I mean,
Why does the pig
Like-
still have the crown on?
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
so I can speak to you.
Do we want to
I
get rid
mean,
of the pigs?
Bjorn,
when
like, do you
Jonas
think it's
isn't
the
here?
right choice? I mean, Bjorn, you are the leader of the pigs. Is that okay? Like we are leaving.
Oh
like,
no, my
you-
apologies. I am just the one taking the turn this week as the executive officer of our group.
I mean, has anyone a problem with that? Like this sounds really good. Like we were having.
Oh, there's
the-
no such thing as a real problem. Like there will be no rational foundation for any kind of knowledge, ethics, or being right or wrong. It is just nothing is real.
We absolutely should leave the pigs here. I think that is a brilliant idea.
Well, 2 days
Yeah.
lost. 2 days lost in the jungle. I think it's about time we actually get on with this. We need to get to Rakatol. We need to get on with things. I don't want to spend another week in this jungle trying to get 30 miles away from where we are.
Yeah, let's meet other pigs.
All right, but pigs, catch up with us.
It has been an honor. I'm
Yes,
afraid
it has been,
we will now be, unfortunately, taking away your ability to reason.
yes, of course. Well, and that action, as any other, is of course fundamentally meaningless.
Maybe Theus, if you could distract Bjorn, he might have him inject this. But if you could distract him for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
We're all
pretty
such
distracted, Bjorn.
pawns in a game.
Hey, Bjorn, I have a magic
It's
trick.
just-
Look at that.
Snatch! No more crown pig. Shut up, Philosopig.
Bjorn. Show me the finger trick. Like, look, the fingers, and behind my.
Yeah.
Bjorn is very entertained by your party tricks, as the pigs kind of makes their way through the undergrowth back towards the Feywild trail you found there.
Right.
All right.
What do we say? Flying V?
Let's get a flight pattern going on here. How many can you fly?
Yeah, our most perceptive at the front, maybe.
So
I
we
want
need.
to be as low to the ground as possible.
We need.
Oh, we're going to
to
scale the
fly.
canopy. So I can do three, rather. Theus can do himself.
This can do himself
got
because he's
these
got the broom.
broom.
Bjorn can carry one
Yeah,
of the small
I can
creatures.
I can carry you a nongle.
Or you could
Okay.
carry Furrow.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, Pharaoh.
Bjorn
Sure,
can
Pharaoh.
carry Furrow, and then Os can cast Flight on Nongol, Torgan, and himself, right?
A nongle you can fly on my
Or
broom if
wait,
you want to.
no, sorry. Nongol will fly with Theus. Os casts fly on yourself, Torgan, and Bjorn, and then Furrow just rides with Bjorn
Yeah.
because he's
You're
weighs.
telling me, Monsieur Björn, that these pigs are not do not talk usually? Isn't that normal for pigs here to talk normally here? It's like talk is trying to figure out what is happening. Yeah, sure. You can. I'll say you can probably get on like that. You can in a if you fly 60 feet around for an hour, which is the duration of this spell, correct?
I think it's only 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, goodness. That changes everything if it's only 10 minutes. I was under the impression it was an hour.
Well, yeah,
Let me
but
just check.
10 minutes straight towards
good.
the ziggurat
Yeah,
is
no.
a lot more than.
It's only 10 minutes, so that's tricky.
10 minutes will be 0.0 miles.
I could use a 5th level slot in my last sorcery point, make it 20 minutes.
It's still not a lot. Like,
Can
I think
you-
It's just for scouting. Like, flies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you meta magic somebody else's spells? Just to
No.
confirm, I don't know whether that. No. So you'd have to cast. So what if I just casted fly for the first 10 minutes and then like we just have everybody going along? We kind of need to do fly just to get our bearings first, right? So if I cast it early and we try and like we know the vague direction of the road, and then we get to the road and then we walk from there. It's probably going to be the case, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
Well, with you with short rest, getting your spells back, it's not gonna hurt. And if we really
Yeah, it's
need
not.
to,
It's not the end of the world. So realistically, I could fly 3 hours a day if I needed to. But yeah.
Okay.
No, it's 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Right?
Sorry, yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, my mistake. Right, so I will cast this now. I will take. Although Torgan hates it, he's probably one of the more perceptive, so he can just stick close to the canopy, and it'll be me, Torgan, and Nongol going up there on the basis that Fierce, if he wants to join us, can go up in a broomstick. And then I'm gonna leave the perceiving to them, and I'm just gonna concentrate on keeping us afloat because I'm rubbish at it. But I will. I mean, I can assist from a cartography standpoint if we want, just from like basically considering I'm drawing a map from a bird's eye view. I can try and line it up, essentially geo-reference it, and
I'm
see where
going
we are
to-
to
right, I'm going
assist
to-
somebody else. But yeah.
So what is going to happen? I'm going to ask for a survival check with advantage from Nongo or Torgan. And you can, and the DC is significantly lower because of this.
Yeah. I like my luck today, but so far survival's been pretty shitty for me. You want to give this one a try, Torgan?
I mean, I'm not a very big fan of flying. I'm not fan of being off the ground in general, but anything to get out of this swamp or jungle rather. So yeah.
Actually,
sure.
are you better with perception, right?
Yeah, I have pretty keen senses. I could scout as well.
Okay, I'm just thinking keep an eye on the sky because we need to watch out because even though we're flying low on the canopy doesn't mean we're not going to have that bird attacking us. Last thing I want is to get a jump on us, right?
Or anything.
So
else.
I have the observant feat, so my passive is 22 for perception, so I'm pretty decent at that. But I also have +7 to survival, so I don't know what your survival is.
It's +8, so it's very close.
Well, then use your survival, and I'll just kind of kick back on the broom, kind of like leaning back against the sky, stargazing, basically, or whatever, sky watching, bird watching. I'm bird watching.
If Nongul's
What
doing
do you
that,
mean?
does that mean I should assist
Yeah.
him with the survival? Because I mean, I've got proficiency in survival, so I could assist.
Yeah, assist Torgan.
Go ahead, Torben.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'll assist Torgan, and then you can commit your full attention to looking out
Okay.
to the skies.
Cool.
I'll say Torben definitely has his eyes closed for a lot of the ride because he's not very fond of heights, but I'll try my best to get an idea of our bearings.
Don't be afraid of the flying. Be
That's
afraid of
more
the
like it.
falling. And it's not the fall that kills you. It's the ground hitting you at terrible speeds.
Falling,
This
I am
month.
used to. Flying, I am not.
This one has been talking too much with that pig. As you, a jade pusher, of course. I jest. You find your way back to the road pretty quickly.
If anything, it's good motivation.
You
and
could
the faster
you
I
could
find
you,
it.
you could probably be at the road over up here at the end of the day, if like after a day of hard kind of travel.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out my rust bag of tricks once we're on the road and pull out a fairy ball and just throw it and really hope I get a 2, but we'll see.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, D8. An 8.
Wow.
Okay.
Because you know, when you need to roll
so-
high, you roll low. When you
Yeah,
need to roll
so
low,
that small ball of fluff turns into a brown bear. And I go, right, yes. Sir Sinclair, your steed awaits for the day. Perhaps we can kind of take some of the burden off our bones and strap some of the packs to this quite large brown bear for the day. He's ours till the sunrise, in a manner of speaking. Just hoping for an owl.
Animals are not,
you know.
the animals are not charmed by you in any way, right?
They.
It's friendly to you and your companions. All right.
Yeah.
That would be funny though, just a wild bear.
Yeah.
Fro kind of looks and says,
hello, friend.
Monsieur Aust, I do realize that in this world, most animals, you say, are mundane creatures without the ability to reason or speak. But then
Got it, it's a bit weird.
It would feel weird for me to sit on this. We do have some kind of creatures that we usually hoard or like herd, small insects, something like that. But this is a bit. This has been existential enough for me. I think.
I mean,
Fair enough.
But thank you.
No
Would it
worries.
make it more comfortable if we perhaps gave the bear the crown that the pigs are no longer using?
Then at least he has free will.
I will say, not really, honestly.
Very well. Well, this is a large beast, so anybody else who wants to ride it, feel free. If not, then we can just attach all of our packs to it for the day.
Absolutely.
It's strong enough.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Bjorn riding the bear is pretty fucking cool. It's like a bear centaur almost.
The bear is just. Bjorn is sitting proudly on the bear as you're walking this way. I'll say at the end of the day, you kind of stumble upon like a place with this kind of weird parallel steel bars. The old road kind of traverses through here as you hit the road. Yeah. I should take another short rest, I guess.
Anything we want to do before a short rest?
Oh goodness. Let's see. Do we need to keep track of anybody through the confluence? Is there anybody we should be checking in with? Off the top of our collected heads, I don't believe there is really at the moment. No. I mean, I could do a real deep dive and contact Axia, just see how she's getting on, but I'd probably leave it for the time being.
They know we're going to be gone for a while. We never said we were reporting back per se, so I mean,
okay, I will leave that. I did start establishing a connection with somebody, but I can't remember who it was. But
it was Captain Flint.
Captain Flint, I think we sorted. I think we started on Torgan as well at some point.
I think
Torgan is also attuned with you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. We won't worry about that for a second. We'll just chill then.
Beautiful. All right. I should take another rest.
Can I try to make some more herbs, more potion or whatever for a salve?
No, you spend all of it.
I spend all
of it yesterday.
Perfect.
So now it needs to mature for a couple of days, and then you will have 10 doses of it.
Can I keep working?
You can only make because there's no real place you can actually make downtime. Like so you're doing like every time you have a small break, and in the evening that is where you get like the disadvantage roll. But that is because you're dedicating all of your time to it. So that would be my. All right. So once in a day.
Yeah. And is there anything I can do with the what was it? I put it on loot. The consumable. The lump of magicite composite material. Is there anything that I can do with that to try to?
You have to. You could analyze it probably if you want.
Yeah, I'll just take I'll study it a little bit, right? While we're kind of getting ready for camp and stuff. I want to see what the hell this thing is.
You can also make an intelligence with disadvantage.
Intelligence disadvantage. All right. 8.
You begin. It's really hard to concentrate when the lighting is bad and it's dark and there's mosquitoes
shit.
everywhere,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Cool.
There is something I just thought of. I will preface this by saying I'm not worried about receiving any information now because it's a doofbag move. What I'm about to say, but back when we were in that wrecked ship underwater, I found some books. So I'd probably start reading through those. It was some. I think it was like some politician or some kind of like lord related to some. I think it was in the pillar sort of associated ship.
Yeah, there was an Archmage, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the Archmage's notes. I'd probably just read through those, but I'm not expecting anything at the moment. That's fine. I'll just peruse. Yeah,
what is the title of the book? Because this is a while for me as well.
That's a great question. I don't believe I had a title at the time. I think it was just like his journal, basically. And
we record all sessions. If you go to Epic Boon Productions on YouTube.
Yeah. Answers in the comments. I don't know. I will tell you next time. And if that's the case, then we will hold off on that until I know the full details. It's definitely somewhere in some notes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can begin to peruse.
Sure. I'm just flicking through, just sort of, looking at the pictures.
This is like the very saucy kind of personal diary of a wizard who served as like an emissary from the pillar to kind of local authorities and lords and duchies and stuff like that for many years, and he has been traveling around and he has been doing a bunch of things. Like in the back of this, there's like a rating of a bunch of brothels around in the larger cities.
Excellent.
Yeah,
in that case, firstly, we opened a bottle of wine with the ferret the other day, so I'm going to finish that bottle of wine while I read it. And secondly, lovely. I'm going to try and get an idea of this guy's personality to the point where I could realistically at least try, albeit non-visually, impersonate this guy at a later date, should I need to.
14th of Aurora, Paceport. Yes, beautiful place. The cliffs, the stacks all over the things, and the what is the word? Oh yes, horizon. Yes. Here in the middle of the town, they have a big clay pit where they used to make a bunch of bricks that they sent to Bastion to always expanded. So now the local lord has been asking for assistance from the pillar, and of course I'm happy to oblige. But I will say my free time here is most interesting. Did you know that mud wrestling is not just something that you can watch, but also something you can partake in if you know where and pay the right amount of coin? Oh well. The other day, I fucked an earth elemental as well. It was very interesting.
Goodness,
Probably
the
not
gravel
saying
got
that
everywhere.
loud. That would be maledictate in itself. It continues on in that way, right? Yeah.
Remember, Storms over Cerenar is an add-on. Cool. As I'm doing this, I kind of every now and again I'll just read out a short passage to Nongle whilst he's doing whatever, and then just like keep doing sort of mask of many faces. Like, do you reckon he'd look like this, or like this? And just start trying to refine the personality a little bit.
Oh, I
Actually,
like
think
that
maybe
game.
I will say a more creepy mustache would be more correct.
I can do that. I'll just start
I
turning.
think that might be too creepy. Let it back.
So less pencil, maybe bushier.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Well, I do like bushy, but what about a mustache made into look like two separate mustaches?
Ah, yeah, real bit in the middle. Okay, I can see what you're going with that. Maybe a little bit of a goatee. As well. How about
Did you
that?
want to know exactly what they look like? Is it important to you?
Not now, but down the line maybe. But
Give me the
yeah,
book.
we don't need to do it now. Okay, sure. Here we go.
I'm going to use Visions of the Past and see what this guys look like.
Go ahead,
Is
give me
there
a
a-
wisdom saving throw now.
Just wondering, and this is fully your
Okay,
program.
that's in a negative 5, so that's a 21.
If we did this in the confluence, could I try and sort of see as well?
You see this? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can join him. You make a wisdom save too, Oust.
Oh well, maybe not then. Oh well.
A
I mean,
10.
still not rolled over a 10 this session, but there we go. Not for the first one.
So
Well, it's a
that would
10.
be a 10, yeah. Because you rolled a 5
Okay.
plus
I'll-
5, right?
Yes.
I'm going
Oscar's
to
mad.
deal. Oh, that's bad. You're going to get 15 psychic damage as you just see
Ah.
decades of debauchery, drinking, and questionable carnal relations with all manner of weird things. This is truly horrifying experience.
time.
This Archmage lived like a few decades ago. He had a long career being like hot posh, walking around with all the different kinds of the different kinds of nobility and wealthy classes all around Cerenar. He has been in Cato, in Bastion, Port Leviathan, everywhere. And he has been like he has had carnal relations with most of the things you could imagine to have carnal relations with.
What a guy.
Like once you have to kind of stop as he like hungrily buys a big ham, and you have to like kind of look away for 10 minutes. Like, there's a bunch of secrets from nobility and stuff like that, but it's pretty outdated. Go ahead and give me a luck roll. Oh, by the way, super creepy mustache, mullet, kind of blonde hair but grayish, and then of course a long goatee that he like strokes. He's like very lanky and lean with like a long blue robe on.
Okay, he looks like a scouser from the 80s. That's great. Right, mullet, moustache. Right, excellent. Sorry, do you want the luck
Yeah,
roll?
luck roll from one of you. Yeah.
Sure. Why not do? Yeah. There you go. 17. There we go.
Hey!
I'm impressed.
this
at
might
myself.
actually-
Alex, you always get one
This
roll a
might-
game. Like, one roll's good a game.
True. One per session. That's all I get. There.
Yeah.
You this might or might not come in handy at some point, but you witness him at some point being led by a local agent through a secret passage from the outer walls of Cato that leads within the Imperial Castle complex.
Secret passage. So you say into the into
From
the
outside
Imperial.
the city,
Okay.
from outside the city into the Imperial Palace complex. Yeah, in the middle of the city.
Interesting. What do you think? I think the moustache is particularly greasy.
Of course, he's super greasy.
No, it's just like this the whole time. Nope. This is yours.
I say
You
that
can
as we
see
come
this.
out
I'm
of it,
not
not
seeing
knowing
this.
that both my ears and my nostrils are just bleeding. And then, how do you think of that? I'm quite lightheaded.
What happened, Monsieur House? You've been screaming for the last 20 minutes.
I have seen things that I did not realize humanoid physiology could accomplish. Some of the things I definitely think they didn't. Some of the things weren't humanoid. So, I mean, yep. I'll never look at a judge's gavel again in the same way. No, that's all I'll say. And dolphins, for that matter. Unbelievable.
All right. Well, now you know what he looks like. So there you go.
Yes.
I get that every short rest. So
I don't.
I
suppose
I thought it was
you
long
remember
rest.
what
It's
his-
actually every
I
short
don't
rest.
suppose you know what his name was. Raw.
I can't really find the. He is. One second. I'll just grab a name from my list here instead. And you can write it down. He is Ulrashan the beige. Let's just know that.
Okay. That makes sense. You know, he would be white, but he's a bit mucky.
Too greasy.
So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. Just before I go to bed. Hey, Nongle, look at this.
What?
Hello. My name is Ulrashan Beige. Nice to meet you.
No,
Never met him. Fair enough.
hang on. I'm gonna do an investigation check on you. See if I can see past your illusion. 18?
Yes.
I barely
Perhaps
noticed
you
it was you.
and some of
Oz.
your students might join me for a soiree.
That is incredibly creepy. Let's never put ham or a judge's gavel in front of you ever again. Stay away from the pigs, would you?
Excellent. And I will.
It's
I
quite
will
convincing,
add that to
actually,
my
in that-
repertoire.
Yeah, the voice is quite actually spot on. Quite nice.
Thank you. I try my best.
We are slowly
Yes.
descending into madness.
Oh, this isn't even the half of it.
So, why don't you pick all of these items up here? You all seem like quite capable adventurers, no?
Furrow, I appreciate the questions, I do, but I have been a bit vague story of my recent background. I trusted my wizardly school for many, many years, and they recently turned on me. I have problems with answering questions to someone I rather don't know that well. Now, given time, I'm sure we'll be able to answer all your questions for you.
As he does this, I turn into Ulvershan again. They turned on him, but they turned me on.
You're correct, Monsieur. The questions keep on piling up, but
And
maybe,
sure, in due time, give us time, and should our
Sorry, I'm a method actor.
friendship bloom, then we should we'll share many of our deeds and details with you. But
we, of course, we will continue on then another time. And after we have bled together on the field of battle, I'm sure I hope that you will feel different about me.
so far, everything's pointing quite well. Actually, you seem to be nice. What
thank
do
you.
you call your race? We call you ferret, but that doesn't seem fair.
Usually we just call us people. But yes, I think the travelers call us Ferretkin. I think this.
Ferretkin? Yeah. Well, I am a nomad, a this type of gnome. He is a high elf. This is a dwarf. You're a dwarf, aren't you, Torgin? What kind of dwarf
Yes.
are you, Torgin?
Very observant. I am
What-
a mountain dwarf. I
Bjorn-
usually don't tend to be above ground.
Yes, Bjorn is a massive human, and Theus is a half-elf. Those are our
See,
races.
well,
Depending on what Noggle pulls out of his bag, I might be an even higher elf.
Oh, should we?
I mean, it depends how much we've got.
I'll open up the bag of Kush and I'll.
You have
Hey, Furrow,
more
you want to
than enough.
smell?
Excellent.
oh,
I noticed you had a
good.
pipe.
No,
for-
thank you. I do not partake in the hag's letters, but thank you for your.
Are you sure all of
I
the
will,
creatures
will-
are doing it?
No, I'm fine with my own pipe. Thank you. But I've actually, as I told Theus yesterday, I've been a straight edge for many years before yesterday. So I think.
Well, my deepest
I
sympathies.
think I will.
That is
Oh,
something
thank
we'll
you.
have to remedy, isn't it? Well,
I will say, as long as I don't. I mean, I don't think my stomach and my physiology does not react well to the clam. I think, but the wine was very good.
The clam takes some getting used
Wasn't
to.
it just?
If you're sticking around, you'll get the hang of it eventually.
Chin.
yes, and I assure you, Sir Pharaoh, as soon as we're out of this jungle, when we do stay places that are civilized, we do spoil ourselves quite nicely. So keep your eye out for
yes.
treasure, because that's what we use to buy good wine.
Oh, very well. I will.
Yeah, so Noggle wants
Keep
to
an eye on our
seem
surroundings, then.
immediately like kind to Furrow, but he really wants to shut him down when he starts asking questions about us, just because Noggle he has trust issues right now. So that's generally
Yeah,
it.
that's fair enough. And I think
That's
Puma
fair.
is,
That's fair enough.
Oh,
That's fair enough.
no.
Thank you, dad
No.
joke of the night.
No, anti-inspiration, surely.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take disadvantage to everything for the rest of the game.
I'll still be rolling pretty good. so, yeah.
Still have a better fucking run than I was. What is thinking of next day as you kind of wake up? Who is doing the
we short rest, right?
the scouting? Yeah.
Do we get any hit dice this night or no?
No, you only get hit dice if you're.
Sorry, can we roll hit dice?
Yeah, you can always roll hit dice on a short rest.
You can roll them, we just don't regain them.
Yeah.
I should probably keep some then, just in case.
I'm right at the start of the morning,
And everybody also
when
give
the
me-
bear disappears.
Everybody gives
Sorry,
me a
go on.
con save too.
Everyone
Oh,
gets a con.
bother.
Okay, con save.
Hey! Oh wait, no.
15.
Yeah, mine's also 15. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh no, I looked at
No,
fucking.
it's
Nongles.
only your proficient Constitution save, or proficient
Oh,
saves
brother.
that fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah, so everybody's fine, but I was to guess exhaustion. I'm going to give a roll for Bjorn for
Great.
here.
Cool.
Let's see. Bjorn actually fails. He gets exhaustion. He rolled a 2, which gives him, get him to
14.
14, which is 1 less lower than he needed. So
Okay.
Bjorn is exhausted.
So Bjorn.
Oh wait,
and
mine are
Oscar-
coming through correct. Mine are coming through correctly. Then.
Well, yeah, because you're
Yeah,
not.
sure.
It's only saving throws that you're proficient in that add your proficiency
Oh,
modifier
sorry.
on top of it. So if you're not
Yeah, I'm
proficient,
sure
in
it's
it, you're
not
definitely
really
not
bad.
proficient.
It's definitely some kind of weird module somewhere.
At the start of the day when the bear disappears, I'm gonna pull out another furry ball and just throw it on the ground and see what we get today, just because it might help us.
is that what we're just doing now? Are you that sad after losing the boars?
Yes,
Is it a
as a
ferret?
rat materializes and
It's a
just
ferret.
runs off into the bush.
It doesn't. It runs directly into your backpack.
Oh goodness! I'm just gonna try to shake it out, and that really just wins me for the rest of the day.
Nibbles will try his best to eat that rat. Like he's going after it. He's like, this is food. I
by
want
all
to eat
means.
this. Yeah.
I give Nibbles carte blanche, which is Sylvan now, because it's canon, to go at this rat in any way it deems fit.
This chicken, it seems somehow majestic. I'm not sure how I should explain this.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
it's,
saddle.
uh,
Nongo will take the saddle off and he turns into a regular chicken. Right? It's the saddle. But also, snaps his fingers, the chicken disappears. Snaps his fingers, the chicken comes back. This is actually from the celestial plane. This is a spell of mine, and this is my great
like
companion.
familiar.
Exactly. It's my familiar. Yes.
We. The court mage of the Royam used to have one as well. A small pixie companion. Very interesting. Well.
I would love
No,
to know more about
Monsieur-
your wizardly court, as I'm a wizard myself, but in due time, my friend.
In due time. Monsieur Token, do you need any assistance for the navigation today?
If anything you could do to help. We were quite lost the last couple of times, but at least we have these old roads to follow.
I need all the help I can get, especially if we're flying again.
Let's see, Furrow has proficiency in perception, so he can do...
You can do scout ahead. Yeah.
yeah, so he can help scout. Torgan, do you want to
Who's
do
doing the
Torgan, you want to do this?
survival?
How about Torgan, you and I both survival? You roll it, and I'll give you advantage.
Yeah, sure.
And then Ost, if you want to do the perception with Furrow.
Sure, I can do that. I've got proficiency.
Yes, you can do your you can do your downtime thing if you want to.
Also, technically, I've got 3 of those per day. Those fur things. So.
17, good.
Right.
All right.
Do you want to
Hey,
roll for?
Hey,
Farah?
Theus, can we see what you're doing?
I'm spending as much time as possible away from eyes.
I think you think that Theus is kind of scouting ahead. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Or
I have good stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm not worried about it yet, but if you keep disappearing, I'm gonna start asking questions.
so go ahead and roll me a D8.
1.
All right.
So sorry, I haven't done the perception for. So I'm doing the perception for Furrow, yeah, with advantage by me.
What's your perception compared to Furrow's?
+4 compared to +5, so he can do it.
Okay, I'll roll the perception then. 21 at advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want me to roll for him because it just means that his bad roll is going to reflect on him as well.
Yeah, I'm all good for you rolling, but I actually want to make this, Chuck. So
Exactly. Yeah. So, so that's a 21 for Furrow.
All right. You, as you travel along the path today, what you see is at some point you come to like a big swath of jungle that has been picked clean. Like, so the trees are still standing, most of the foliage is there, but there's no sticks on the ground, there's no rocks, there's no anything. And just a bunch of like meshed together kind of trails are going from east to west. So kind of crisscrosses above, like across this trail. It looks like something has been through here that has connected everything.
What kind of prints? Like animal?
Go ahead and give me a survival check. Anyone?
Could I assist? Okay, yeah.
Well,
you're gonna assist
yeah,
him.
we'll both assist. Yeah.
Fine.
Nice, 27.
He doesn't even need it.
You're pretty sure these are giant ant trails.
Oh, bugger.
Oh god. I'll relay this. So it's not on the way we're going, is that right? It's like passing across the road we're
It's like
traveling.
perpendicular to where we are.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
I don't assume this is something we're interested in, are we?
No.
Isn't it though? Maybe.
Are we gonna hunt down all the wildlife we find in this place? Is all we're doing.
I don't know if it's worth. Can Nongle make a check to see if if giant ants in Kundundi are they fucking treasure hoarders or something, right? Like anything like that.
By the way, could I also tell with my check like how recently they passed through?
Yeah, maybe a day or two ago. And now, good, you know that usually they forage everything that is food or building materials. They could mistake some treasures for building materials, but you think that they would more likely be just taking every loose rock and stone and kind of these things. So it is hard to gauge whether the hive is to the west or to the east of you right now. But that would probably be one of the most dangerous places in the jungle to be if you somehow get the ants antagonistic towards you.
Antagonistic.
Well,
There you go.
let's keep your hands on that fly spell lost. I'll keep my hands on that one as well, and let's just keep going north.
Yeah, so if anything, we
In
now
case we
know.
need to run away from them, because if there's one, there's thousands, right? So
Yeah, we now know that it's even more important to follow the trail we're already on. So let's stick to it.
Although we
works,
do
yeah.
have a large northern with a flamethrower, so
What is a flamethrower? I'm confused.
it throws flame.
Makes sense.
I think that's
thought so.
fine as well. Definitely. Well, would not be the weirdest thing I have experienced these last few days.
it's like a
It's
fireball.
believe
but
me, you're
up
just
close,
scratching the surface.
Like out of the
This
end
is-
of his gun
This is a
crossbow thing. Oh.
much different thing than the Royale, that's for sure. As you continue on, go ahead and give me another survival check with advantage, Torben.
All right. 15. Oh wait, can I reroll these with the sorcery points?
Yeah, sure.
Because I will spend one and give it a go. It was meant to be.
I'll say during this day's travel, you managed to get a square ahead. That's fine because you're following the roads or the road,
was
like
ever
kind of
fast.
the tracks. As you begin to the end of your day's travel, you see like a big square object in the or square-ish object in the distance, completely overgrown. As you get closer to it, this is kind of it looks like a metal carriage of some kind that lies down, like kind of buried into the ground next to this steel kind of road.
Monorail. We should definitely take a look.
It's on our way. Why not?
Certainly.
Yeah, do you want me to peek a look inside?
We will join, but yes, certainly. Yeah.
I'll stay back and keep in communication.
Yeah, I'll be a middle ground, but yeah,
the
fair
last-
if you'd. wanna-
The last time we
Furrow's
split
got a
up to
little bit of stealth here.
You say
Let's keep everybody within 100 feet of each other this time.
Furo kind of sips out ahead of you for a second. He looks back. You just see like a cat's eyes in the dark. Look back at you and says, "If you hear insults, I have engaged the enemy." As he like kind of slips into the night. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll for him, Dongle.
Not one.
Oh no!
And just as he does that,
Oh my
you just hear him trip, and like his breastplate clangs down on a stone, and he makes a racket, and a bunch of birds fly off. It's,
As he turns around, I just go,
I hear you.
it happens to the best of us.
All right, the party continues north. Well, this the
I think we
Furrow.
piled too
Sorry,
many
you
people.
failed. You failed your test.
As you go in, do you approach the old thing, or do you just continue on? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be within
think we-
60
yeah,
feet of them because I need to stay within relative message distance.
Considering that, I think I'll approach with Furrow, but we'll generally eschew stealth as we approach, and we'll just have a look around it. But we're
I'll
not
also
like
This is-
follow along.
As you continue
Yeah,
in, like
Torben's got
your
hella
dark
stealth.
vision, your dark vision is excellent. This is a weird thing. It's like a metal kind of carriage. It has 8 wheels on each side.
Furrow does not have dark
Rusted.
vision, right?
Yes, he does.
He does,
should
okay, I'll
have
change his
4
senses then.
60 feet of dark vision.
Okay.
He it's overgrown. It's like tipped off. It seems like it has fallen off the steel road, and now it's just lying on the ground. It is extremely old and like rusty. And again, just like the airship you witnessed, like a bunch of plants have basically just occupied it and grown above it. You see a pile of what looks like charcoal, a big pile of it just lying around in there.
Do we see the plant that we encountered last time in the
No,
wrecked
you do not.
ship? Excellent. I wonder whether we take something and just kind of burn back some of the undergrowth in here this time. Or we could just go in, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
what are the odds that it's the same thing again? Come on now.
You're absolutely right.
It's just you and Furo right now. Nongo will send like.
Oh,
Every,
yeah, Torgan's with us as well. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Torgan. Sorry, Nongo will send a message like every few rounds, and if you guys.
Yeah,
wanna-
I'll keep in copper wire communication with.
Oh yeah, you
this
have
would
message
be
too. Okay,
BBF.
cool. Yeah, I'll just wait for you to message.
Would this be a fine place to stay the night? No.
Possiblement. We'll have to. What kind of time of the day is it? Is it like how could we push on a little further, or is this a case of
Like,
this is a decent place to stop?
This is after your second survival check of the day, so this is at the end of day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We might need to cut some of this Gawain's back just to make it a little bit more livable. But yeah, it's a capital
well.
idea.
We shall
Yes,
begin the work of comfort.
Excellent. Anything you find, do let us know. Mr. Nongle,
Yes.
Faro raised a excellent idea that maybe we camp in this thing for the time being overnight. You know, just a little bit more cover.
Search the
Appears to
area.
be safe.
Search the area for tracks and make sure that this isn't some place that someone else spends the night. And I'm sure this would be perfect for us.
Excellent idea. All right, we will see you shortly. Bye-bye. Bye.
Theus Bjorn!
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Theus Bjorn, we shall head in. Everything seems clear there, and it could be a great place to keep us from any of the weathers.
Excellent. Torgan, perhaps you'd like to just make a short perimeter around the area, see if you can find any tracks, etc. Faro, if you would like to cut this back, I will do something. I'll have a search around. See, I'll pick through this. So this charred remains of something. See what we've got in here. Just see if there's anything nasty.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
And I'll slink off and kind of investigate the perimeter.
Go ahead and give me a perception or survival roll, whatever you want.
32 perception.
Kind of make a perimeter
Solid,
as you take like a trip around. Yeah, this seems pretty like there has been like this is a trail, so a bunch of wildlife comes through here, but it doesn't seem like anyone else is using this as a nest. You've been pretty lucky with staying out of harm's way for the last kind of last few days. So you think you can safely kind of kick back here.
Yeah, I'll relay this and come back to the weird metal contraption.
As far as sort of cutting through stuff, can I just take a look around and really investigate, see if there's anything loose in here? Investigate that sort of pile of blackened stuff, and also just try and get a vague idea of what this was for, as well.
Sure. Go ahead and give me. I'll say you can do a history roll and a investigation roll. Both of
Okay,
those,
history first. That's a 21 off an 8. Still
Pretty good.
not over 10. And then an investigation. That's an 11.
You look around. Investigation first. You look around. This thing has been exposed to the elements for hundreds of years. It is not in good shape. You're pretty sure that without the plants growing on it, this thing would basically just fall apart.
Faro, don't cut too harshly.
Oh, of course. I will cease the hacking then. It seems like there's a bunch of coal on the floor, and you should look into that. Like there's some kind of chamber, maybe with some pipes that remind you of where you found Suthor, the weapon Bjorn has now. So there might be some kind of method of propulsion to this thing.
Right.
It's your best guess.
Interesting. Well, I'm
And
not
it seems like the wheels seems like it would fit on the steel
on
beams
the
of
rails.
ground. Yeah.
Okay. Which of course jet fuel can't melt.
So it's
Cool.
basically a 1,000-year-old
Wow, dude.
locomotive, right? Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Okay. Well, this
Not that
bit
I
was
would have any
kind of-
concept of a locomotive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe this is some kind of coal chunter. Is what I describe it as. I have no idea. I just imagine that's the sound it would make. But anyway, it's not doing that anymore. So it's absolutely fine to stay in here. Everyone have a nice time. I've been having a nice time already. I've started on another bottle of wine because we've got plenty of alcohol. So gather around. Faro, perhaps you'd like some. Perhaps you wouldn't. I know you're teetotal.
I will drink with you, my friend. Of course.
Excellent. Cool.
Now, tell me, do you play the Game of Kings?
Do I? No, but I'd love to.
I will teach you this dragon chess, and he pulls out like a small like traveling set from his you guys.
Excellent. Sure.
As he like smokes his pipe and drinks some wine with you. Ah, yes, checkmate.
Oh, you excellent player. Good. Yes. I try again. I just, every time I don't win, I just play more.
You keep playing with Furo. What about the rest of you guys? Anything specific, or do you just want to get on with it?
I want to just do. I want to investigate and see what this machine could be. The coal, is it active, flammable per se? Like currently in its state.
Give me. You can also give a history roll.
History. Okay. 24.
No, you actually also roll an 8.
Only
Yeah,
roll
you
an 8,
do.
yeah.
You have a look around. I'll say you get basically the same information as Aust got. So you can kind of confirm whatever he says. The coal, yeah, you would probably burn it. It's probably not completely dry. It would be better if you left it somewhere dry for a few days.
All right. So
A chanter, right?
so Nibbles is going to be like just stuffing the bag of holding full of coal because just Nongle's like, just do whatever. He's like finding little bits of. He thinks they're rocks, so he's just gonna start stuffing the bag of holding full of rocks.
Now the large chicken is doing it again.
Yeah.
Horse to D.
Every now and then, Nongle will go through the bag of holding and just like have to dump it out to like sort through and like lighten the load up of all the rocks and weird shit that Nibbles puts in there.
Now you see, you exposed your bishop here. Now, check.
No, but I've taken at least 4 of your little ones. And one of your
yes,
Castley men. How about that? No?
Well,
Well, it's a silly game anyway. Anyway.
Sure. All right, let me show you this here. Okay, so this.
Oh, hang on. This is a 2-bottle job, and I just have coconut.
Very well.
Right,
As you play chess and drink
carry on.
wine. All right, I will say, the queen is always the most important piece, of course. Just
Of
like
course.
Queen Marie.
Ah,
It can
yes.
go any direction. You have to use her strength, but she is also a weakness because without her, the king is as good as dead. You
Was there
continue
a
on.
king? Oh, just the queen that ruled over you.
Oh well, we did have a crown prince or a prince consort, if you.
Gotcha. Yeah. Fair enough.
Louis
Do you-
never really got on with him, to be honest.
Do you feel that there may be anybody still left around? Anybody with the longevity that may have survived, escaped? I might be able to
Well,
contact them at some point.
Some of the turtlekin might still be alive, but apart
Turtlekin?
from that, I think Royam, the kingdom of the forest, we in the center we lived around the heart oak.
Wow.
An oak with leaves of copper itself. It was beautiful. And the morning
It
sun
sounds-
hit it at just the right angle. It would light up the valley.
Goodness. Well,
My home. It was something special. The family, the royal family, had always been connected to the heart oak, and when the royal family thrived, so did the forest around it. And I'm pretty sure that to keep the hard oak alive, so must she keep the queen alive. So I
That would
think
make
there might
sense.
be a chance, however slim, that Queen Marie is still
well,
imprisoned like I was.
look, I can't speak for the rest of the my cohort, but once all this is said and done, if you need some assistance, and I'm not claiming to be an expert in any means or any way, shape, or form, believe me, but I'd be happy to help, if only to see the old country.
I would love to. Yeah, honestly, having help with overthrowing the dark power that has taken over my homeland would be pretty great. love to accept that. Sure, it will
Thank
be my
you.
honor to bring you in there.
But
But
first,
I must keep my honor.
is
You
that
need to
check?
defend yours. Yes.
Oh
it is.
fuck it! Yeah, but no, wait, no, hang on. Let's check against me.
Yes.
Oh fuck! What if I move that? No. Oh, you fucking won. Hold on. I don't go to bed.
All right. Let's go for one more again.
No, Nongo will
yes.
take the game from Ost as I use my. I'll use my
Knowledge
Divine
of the
Arcana.
ages.
Yeah, I'll
It's
use my
just-
Knowledge of the Ages, and
It's
I'll
a
play
silly
one
game anyway.
against
Why can't he play cards like normal people?
it. Let's
Oh,
take
we
it
can
up.
play cards. I'm great at cards. Would you like to put a
No.
wager, maybe?
16.
Would
no,
I?
No, wait.
No.
You
Not-
take a
not today.
16. If Furo completely fails.
This game is actually quite simple, Ost. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Well, if you're true talent, maybe you should. You should probably play this professionally.
I hate it when
the
he
next-
does that.
The next day, you get up and you're ready to continue on. So who's going to be scouting? Is that you again, Torben?
Yeah, we'll do the same thing we did yesterday. It seemed to work pretty well. So Torgen, you get advantage from me.
Yeah, but I was trailblazing, right? Not scouting. That was
Yeah, you're scouting. Yeah, you were survival rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
That's
Oh.
I'll
What's
spend
wrong with
some-
our survival rolls this game?
right.
I'll build a point to reroll.
Sure.
20.
That's
21.
Hey.
But it's
You
not
will continue on.
Second roll.
Oh, okay.
After only a few hours, you come to an area of this this jungle that is definitely flooded. You can see a bunch of trees sticking up here and there. This is probably not normal. This is pretty recent that the flooding has occurred. You also see miles ahead, like the top of a cigarette, kind of poking up of the canopy.
But I think we're actually starting to make some way. That's the very thing you've been so interested in, isn't it?
Looking at the distance, you would probably gauge that if this thing is maybe a few hours away if you had a boat, or 5 or 6 hours if you have to wade through the water, which would be, it's a jungle. That would be bad.
Did we buy canoes?
No, we bought pigs.
No, we didn't in the end of it.
Wasn't there something about your rope of useful thingies that had boats, like one of the patches?
Yeah, I think so.
I seem to remember something about that.
Who had the robe of useful things? Was that you, Theus?
Tia says it.
Yes, I believe.
I just have to check.
I think it had
Let me
one
see.
rowboat
Do
on it.
we have a boat?
So let's see. Where is my boat?
We could also fly though, for some of it.
I've written it down.
No,
Let me
I
just-
prefer sailing.
Half and half.
It's
You
like,
know.
fucking leave me on the ground. From a guy that's used to living underground to all of a sudden flying.
I think actually, Torben, you have it, because, don't you? I don't remember.
No, I think we gave it to the monkey for a little bit as a joke, and then I think someone claimed it after. I don't think
My understanding was
Where's
that
my-
Phineas had it last
Yeah, I
time.
thought they said it.
Yeah, but I know there was a robot in it, so you can definitely produce the robot if you want to.
Yeah, I just have to check because I wrote down, like, I have to check my notes by this.
And regarding the monkey, I've definitely been feeding it, etc. every night, and haven't in any way forgotten about it.
He's
Definitely
furious.
I'd imagine by this point the monkey can play better chess than me as well. But there we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Bastard.
But I assume we can't all fit on one rowboat.
No.
Well, there's
Um,
two small people, which equals one, right? Bjorn probably
Yeah.
equals 3. So he's like a horse himself.
Yeah, but if Theus and Furo and Theus and Nongo are just kind of floating
Oh,
next
yeah,
to
yeah,
the boat
right.
and the broom, you're good, right?
Yeah, and then we have Ost, Torgen, Bjorn, and Furo in the boat. Like, yeah. And the...
All right. I want to be up front like George Washington crossing the Delaware.
Beautiful. So Theus, what do you do then?
I have it here. So, I have found the rope. So, We have oh yeah, there were 3 letters. We have mastiffs. We have a gem, and we have a rowboat and potion of healing.
Ooh.
So
This
Theus has to
is
rip off
carrying
the-
capacity is 3 passengers from a rowboat, so you can carry 3 people in it. So Ost, Torgen, and Bjorn are 3 people, and then I don't know if Furrow counts as another.
I will say 2 small counts as 1.
Can Nibbles like do like duck paddling if he's large under the water, and then you can kind of go alongside, and then
it takes me an hour to get Nibbles back. So
I think if you want to transport, you would have to sacrifice a flying spell. Then one of you.
Well, or we could just put like Ost on Theus's broom, right? You can carry two medium.
yeah, or
creatures, right?
Pharaoh for that matter. because he's
So
got Pharaoh
no.
now.
Theus' broom can carry a medium and a small. That's it.
Yeah,
Medium
so
and-
Pharaoh probably is better off going on that, and then if we can get you somehow, do you have like levitate or anything like that? Just metagaming slightly, but
I don't have levitate, no.
or Tensor's floating disc.
I
the
have
problem is
Tensor's
also-
floating disc, yes.
The problem is also it's a 6-hour trip, right? Was that what we said?
Oh no,
How-
6 hours was if you waded through. You could probably make it in 2 if you have a boat or if you flew.
All right.
How
Well,
long
I
does
can
Tensor's last?
I can use tensors. It lasts an hour. We just need to. we
Okay,
just
and
need
then I could like pull you along behind if you want.
yeah.
or Bjorn
Well,
could-
no, I'll cast tensors and then you jump on the disc behind me. Because it follows
You
me.
prepared
also
floating
work.
disc?
What's that? No, it's a
You-
ritual.
Have you prepared floating disc?
No, potential
Oh,
floating
yeah,
disc is a
sure.
ritual.
Do that then. There we go. Sorted.
So I'll be on the back of the boat. Ost will be on the disc.
Cool.
Can carry
I'm just
you up
like sat
250
like
500
cross-legged on the disc the entire time, just still reading through this creepy mouse book.
And then Furrow can
Okay,
ride
hello.
with Theus. And Bjorn can have the helm because Bjorn's got water vehicle proficiency, right?
Wait, so was there room for me on the boat? So am I?
Yes, you're on the boat.
No, there's definitely room for it, yeah.
You get on the boat as you kind of transport, and as you're kind of getting a rest. Actually, you're not propelling yourself away. Like it's that this has been a fucking harsh trip. I'm going to ask you all to make the last con save.
Oh,
Well, Ost.
Since this is the second day, Furo will not make one yet.
Okay.
We're going to subtract 5.
27.
24.
Fuck Ost! What the hell, man?
God. Oh my god.
Oh,
Just
dude.
it's 1 good roll per session.
It's okay, buddy. Come out of your hands. It's all right. It's all right. We got this.
Are you-
We got this, buddy.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Alex?
when people create warlocks characters, most people, when they're sensible, put con as their second stat rather than intelligence or dex. I didn't do that, so yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm level 2 exhaustion.
Speed is
I
halved.
think Joe. I know that I'm
disadvantage.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Jonas would spend his inspiration here to help you. So I'm going to take
I
that
can
point so that
Alright.
you can reroll.
What are the odds that he fails again?
Why say that?
Oh.
Why say that?
Oh no, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
What second level
Yeah.
exhaustion give you?
My speed is halved. I almost said my half is
Well,
speed.
we can't
I've
have that.
drank
can we?
half a bottle of wine and apparently I'm hammered. There we go. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
that would
gonna
probably be really bad for you guys.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna use 50 or 100 GP worth of Magicite, so that leaves us to 1550.
You're going to cast Greater Restoration on him.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta do this differently. It's not working.
Here's the thing, right? If you wanted to risk it, I wouldn't be averse right now using the red Magicite.
I don't even know where that is. I don't have any more on that.
I believe I've got 1.6 ounces of it. I gave you 0.6 ounces back in the
You
day,
know
so I've
what?
still got
Let's
an
not
ounce.
let's. I'm
Wanna
so
random
curious.
this?
You know me. Like, give me a deck of any things. You're gonna pull every fucking card
All
from
right.
it, right?
If that
Alex,
was
you can do that,
Alright.
but you have to
All right.
roll.
I will use I will use the red Magicite. So just take 100 off of that,
And
and
I
I'll expend
will
my
roll.
last 5th level spell slot. to cast.
Meanwhile, Torben is sitting on the edge of the boat. Are you sure you should be doing this on the boat? Like,
Go ahead and give me a luck roll, guys.
Just a luck roll.
And
Yep.
Alex, you're the one who gives this the luck. Fucking natural one.
It's been great, guys. It's been great.
Bad.
post dies.
No,
Shit.
How are we going to do this?
Do you want me to make my new character now, or?
No, I'm going to. I will say
Like
this.
halfling next.
I will say. I will say this.
You
I will
die.
say that this one is an automatic severe wild magic surge. This
I'm cool
spell
with that.
works. This spell works, and I'm just going to say that you have to roll me 1d100 twice, and I'm going to take the result I think is more funny to me.
Okay, right. So first and foremost, does the Greater Restoration apply before or after the magic surge?
At the same time.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna chuck that down now, and then I'm gonna give you 2d100. Just in case for whatever reason it makes any difference. First one is a 46, and the second one is a 74.
I'm so ready.
It's fun, guys. It's
Wow,
just a big
this,
fun.
no, this is fantastic.
Can we call this episode the Austining? Like the Wheatening?
What a fucking trip.
As this happens, you cast the restoration on Oust. Oust turns into a stone statue.
What? I mean, is he
Looks like it.
petrified?
Looks like it. Yeah. What happened?
What
Did you
Greater
petrify him or
Restoration?
not?
What spell did you just use? It was unintentional.
No, Ost wanted me to use the red magicite, so
Also,
Go
wait,
ahead
is
and
the
give me a
boat-
luck roll. No,
Is
go.
the boat sinking now, by the way?
Soon as I...
No,
you
no,
managed
he-
to kind of stabilize the boat before he tips overboard.
oh no, he's on Tensor's floating disc.
Soon as I fucking see
Ost
that,
is on
I
Tensor's
will-
floating disc. He wouldn't tip
Just
anything.
fucking frozen, Alex. Are you okay?
As soon as I fucking see that, I use my 5th level spell slots and I have the whole time I had this in my bag. This was the diamond dust that you gave us in session 0. Do you still remember that? Raw?
Yeah, you got some diamond dust. Yeah.
Yeah. With the just Bjorn and me, I will use that fucking diamond dust. That you got me to cast Greater Restoration on Oz.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to use the magicite too?
Do it.
No, please don't do it.
Why is the statue stuck in a thumbs up?
Buddy Christ going on like.
This is so.
I will fucking slap the statue on the face. Oz, what the fuck are you doing?
Correct.
And Greater Restoration.
So from O's perspective, you see Nongo take out the magicite. He casts the spell, and then
And then I
just
get
like
slapped.
20-second time jump, and then you get slapped. You have no idea what just happened.
What did you do?
Well, I followed your advice, unfortunately.
Never again.
You know, I'm starting to think that Oust is the one that's cursed here. This is quite impressive.
Well, okay,
Well-
so Oster down to 1 point of exhaustion. Bjorn's at 1 point. You guys just ability checks.
And we're down 2 spell slots.
Yeah, and 2 5th level spell slots, 100 GP worth of diamond dust, and 100 GP worth of red magicite. That was
Yeah, but
very
with-
expensive to remove.
With
1
my
point of
rolls,
exhaustion.
I'm worth it, baby.
Oh, definitely. The comic relief we're getting from you is fantastic. You can't buy that.
Your next character has to get a lucky feet and halfling luck. Just
Yeah,
so
you
my
need
next-
to be a
My
diviner,
next character is a halfling
halfling,
divinity wizard. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
with the lucky feet.
with lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know what? I've not done it for a while, but it's surprisingly hard to keep your eyes open for a certain amount of time.
Incredible.
you continue down like kind of this flooded area. Bjorn is kind of steering the rowboat with you, sitting at a pretty good pace. As you continue on, after a while, you begin to see the cigarette kind of towering over the jungle. It seems to have kind of serpents' heads kind of spewing water down, and at the top there's like a big house. On one side of it, or like a big building, on one side of it, there's like the statue of a pillar with like a serpent coiled around it, but just on the one side. As you get closer, like there's a bunch of fish kind of following you around. You see some sharks, some smaller fish, some kind of a bunch of things. Around you, there's no real trees. Underneath the water, it's pretty clear. You can see kind of stone boulevards and kind of serpentine mosaics deep underwater where you are, as the valley you're kind of traversing is being completely submerged. Yeah, Alex.
While we're doing this, can I try and spearfish with the shard just as a spear?
Sure, go ahead.
Just try and make myself useful in some kind of way. I don't know what this would be as a check, but
Just give me an attack roll.
He's going to fish out fucking piranhas.
it's a 3. So it's a 15 total.
You're like spearfishing. Yeah, I'll say you catch like a medium-sized fish under 15.
Sure.
It's pretty fucked up though, from the 19 slashing damage.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Oh, you already
That's
killed it.
disgusting. Your fish, anybody? Furrow?
Oh yes, please.
There you go. How about it?
Nongle will bring Oz onto the boat
Treat yourself.
and recast Tensor's disc because it only lasts an hour, right? So we're going to have to take a small 10-minute break in the middle of this trek.
Before you arrive to the bottom of the temple, is there anything you want to do or prepare?
So you said going past that pillar that has a carving relief on one side. Is that correct? Can I try and just
on the
ascertain?
top of the cigarette. On the top of the cigarette,
Oh,
it seems like
sorry.
there's one pillar like next to the
Okay.
to the building.
I'll hold off for now then. That's cool.
Can we just talk about what exactly are we? I mean, I know we were looking for your friend, colleague, but what exactly are we expecting?
In an ideal world, answers, at least to the heritage of the shard. I've had visions, in a manner of speaking. Somewhere in the jungle, a doorway, perhaps, a staircase, from what I recall. I'm hoping that this is the place that we're looking for. Might answer why this talks back when I talk to it, in a manner of speaking.
How high is the chance that your colleague will turn against us or will summon something evil?
Hey, we're gonna do it every other session now, so who knows?
Well, it sounds like we're going into the unknown, more or less. But I suppose we'll just have to play.
It's what we do best. The unknowables.
Sure. So you do want to cast any spells, do anything? I'm not saying you're going right into combat, but would you be paranoid enough to do that at this point?
I'm pretty paranoid, but I have so few spell slots.
Just one question: is the flooding? I assume the flooding ends at some point, right? Like the temple itself is not flooded, right? Like the
At least not the top of the temple. As you get closer to it, you see that the bottom rungs of the cigarette is flooded too. So you'll be pretty close to the top of it when the water when it meets the water line.
Do I get the feeling that this is the river overflowing into this area, or this area subsiding for whatever reason, or there is another source to the water that's in this area?
Probably.
Geographical perspective.
Go ahead and give me, I'll just say a history roll.
Sure, I can do those. 19, baby.
What
32.
the
Let's go!
fuck? Did you just do two 19s in a row?
Impossible.
Okay, so after a horribly expensive failure, you now roll well. So,
as you see it down, like this is an observation you make along the way. You see, like the submerged temple city beneath you is filled with canals, like aqueducts, kind kind of almost hydroponics everywhere around the buildings. A bunch of like only like what looks like steel or like melted stone kind of frames of the buildings. Everywhere you see kind of also places where water would run, and you see a bunch of fountains everywhere and aqueducts going crisscross. So you're pretty sure that with this, like this was like basically a bunch of hanging gardens everywhere. It has been filled with like a city filled with water, probably a bunch of beautiful flowers back in the day. So maybe with a city with so much water in it as part of like the kind of the infrastructure, that might actually be.
It looks like it's been left unchecked, basically, for a massive amount of
years,
time. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I think since there's water everywhere, I think at least for preparation, I'll twin cast Freedom of Movement on myself and Oust.
Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead and do that. As you arrive closer to the cigarette, you see it kind of towering above you. Beneath you, the cigarette continues as well as at least 50 feet down, if not longer. As the deepest parts, it's hard to see because of water, even though it is very clear. And then you appear at the base of the temple.
Ooh.
Just moving around to make sure you have everybody here. All right.
Would you say that we are in kind of like a tomb?
Sorry, Roar,
it's
does Furrow have a limited observation for the stream?
Does it look like you can see everything?
I think we can all see everything, right?
Yeah, but the stream needs to
that-
see him, so if you just make sure you're spectator.
I
for this.
get everybody.
If this is regarding the tomb thing, if this is more of like a South American ziggurat rather than a pyramid, then it's probably more of a worship place than a tomb. But I don't know.
We're gonna find out. It's awfully green here. Nongle stirs a
just-
lost sword.
But it is a jungle. Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. It's like, oh.
I just want to be dressed
Perfect.
appropriately. So I use my armor to give myself a tank top, just the same color as the tomb here, like beige shorts, like like these shorts, maybe some belts, combat boots. Change my
I've
hair to
still
a
got
ponytail. I'm ready to raid some tombs.
Triangle boobies.
Oh,
and
there
all
you
that.
go.
No, not
Tomb
that.
Raider, right on.
I'm
got
ready to
some in the
raid some
fridge.
tombs.
I've still got my Brendan Fraser from The Mummy on, so
Udo kind of goes to the side and kind of puts his paw down the stream of water. This is a beautiful place.
With my fedora,
So how
Indiana
old-
gnomes.
How old did you say this place was?
well, I don't know. It's ancient though. Predates anything that old Arkan threw around. If you know about Arkan, do you know about Arkan?
No, I'm afraid I do not.
Okay, don't worry. We'll give you a potted history at some point. But either way, it's
well.
very old.
It is. Everybody give me a perception roll.
Oh,
I'm going to roll for Bjorn.
Now it's my turn for the natural one.
I genuinely thought that natural one was me for a second. I just assumed.
I just assumed.
Phineas, Bjorn, and Nongle and Ost, you kind of hear muffled, like small voices from the top of the cigarette. Like not small voices, but they're not loud.
From this distance, do I discern any kind of language to them?
Yeah, common.
Common. Okay. And how high up? Do I get a vague idea of how long it would take us to traverse the top of the ziggurat from where we are now, in terms of climbing up steps? Is it like?
A minute.
Oh, okay. So it's not like massive, not like super huge.
No.
Okay. In which case, I will cast. I'll cast Crown of Stars and Armor of Agathis on myself now.
All right.
So wait, so are we expecting a fight with your colleague, or are we expecting him to be in danger?
Torgon, you've been with us long enough now to know that always expect a fight. Even if we don't get one, it's probably worth just preparing.
I give the gift of alacrity to Ost and to Bjorn, just in case.
Nice.
Better safe than sorry, I suppose. And Torben will kind of flick his wrist and form the Shadow Blade.
And Furrow will go into stealth mode.
Good morning.
Let's stealth with him.
Welcome.
So we've basically just all done the Avengers thing. We all just at the bottom of the cigarette. Right.
1 second. Something happened with the music.
Do you know what? I'm going to be incredibly wasteful. I'm going to cast Intellect for as well. I don't trust my rolls.
Ever so slightly paranoid.
Ever.
You kind of do all the spell shit. Like powering up, you see the counter starts going every. Okay, I see. And Furrow rolls his blades as well. So
Yeah,
we're rushing up there, or we just.
Furrow will also splash his chalice, and he will use Surge with Power 3 times, turning his chalice into a +3 chalice.
All right. So you can go ahead and subtract 6 hit die from him.
Yeah.
We're not going to run. We're going to walk swiftly.
Mushinoga. It seems haunted. I'm not going to lie, but I would also lie if I said to you I did not like it.
Yeah. So it's +3 to his armor class and +3 to his to his chalice attack and damage as well. So,
That is pretty fucking good.
yeah. So
That is really good.
AC 23 for our little rat folk.
God damn. Right. I'm gonna summon the blade, and then regardless of anybody following me, I'm gonna start making my way up the stairs.
Go ahead and
Once
give me a
everyone's sorted out.
charisma check.
20.
When you take out the blade, normally when there was something near, it would have this kind of growling sound, almost like like an idling.
The engine's running. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's different. What you hear instead is like a heartbeat inside it.
I'm gonna take that as good news, and I'm gonna forge on. Just in my hand.
What do you guys do?
Yeah, I guess
Follow
Ost
him.
is taking the leads. I'll follow.
You go ahead and make your way up.
Yep.
Just setting up Furrows.
Should I just draw you to the
Yeah, take
to the
this up.
next
Just,
step
just,
here?
Take
just
a shot,
for
boss.
full disclosure, that charisma check should be a 15 rather than 20 because I have disadvantage on checks.
That is still fine. You come up here. You see the stairs beside you here. As you come up, you do not stealth, so you hear like the voices hush down. As
Whilst we're up this high, do I hear anything clearer of the voices?
not before like they notice you like clanging up with armor and all kind of things, right?
Okay.
So you hear them kind of do that until you after you walk for a second, you hear her voice. Hello there. Is anyone approaching? Yes, please
Yes?
make yourself known. How do you react to this, challenger?
I approach. I'm Al Saboshii.
Please,
I come seeking answers.
Move your tokens where you want to go.
I would always go up the left-hand path.
Furrows
So, I
helping
don't
his
know.
stealth stays intact, I guess.
So if I'm working my way to there.
It depends. Like, I see something that you can hide behind because you otherwise cannot stealth.
Yeah, he's gonna hide behind the. Where's X?
Are you
behind the
going up
stairs
there in
here.
a threatening way? Or
No, no,
like,
I'm literally walking slowly, like just with my arms kind of like out/down to my sides, just going and just again saying like, I'm here for answers, but nothing more.
What about you, Torgen?
I guess
Are you coming up full shadow mode or just walking next to us?
I honestly think that when I hear the voices, I will also try to slink. I mean, I guess that the jig is up for everyone else, but I would also like to slink into the shadows and stay outside. If I can still make a stealth check, or is that too late?
Sure, you can go ahead and do that.
So
But
24.
you can stealth. But you can stealth there where you are, right?
Oh no, that's completely fair.
Like,
You kind
do
of
they have a
still up
vision
there.
from on top of the like
Yeah.
pyramid down? Like,
As you
wouldn't
come up
they
here,
see us?
you can.
Yeah,
Yeah. So as you
they
come
would
up here,
be able
they
to
can-
see us. I would like, because they're
Yeah.
from up there. There's nothing like I'm not seeing anything that we can hide behind, like going upstairs.
Yeah, you could probably hide behind these statues here, but that would be it. And
If
maybe
I,
this and that.
I'm mostly asking because I'm not sure how the ruling would be, but if I cast darkness on myself, would that be like super obvious if I'm trying to hide
Yeah.
in the darkness? Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just hide.
There would be a big cloud of blackness.
Yeah,
As
I'll
you
hide
as you approach.
Can,
also hide them.
Can Bjorn come up with this? So he's not so far away.
There's an elf in the middle, like with the long black hair. He's wearing like kind of brown robes, and he has like big sweat pits under his arms as he takes a step towards the stairs and says, "Did you say Sebastian?"
Professor Ignatius, I presume.
Oh yes, that is correct. This is. When is that you, Oz? Is that you're my brother's student, aren't you?
In the flesh.
What in Chilros's child asshole's name are you doing here? And like the other elf up here, I'm going to describe him for a second. He's wearing like definitely like ranger clothes, like more of a wood elf. So probably either like so probably might still be Chthonian, might be someone living in the otherwise. Professor, these someone you know. And there's like a dwarf as well. Kind of puts his head out. He looks exhausted. He is big, kind of black lines on his eyes. His hair is tousled, and he's kind of like almost holding himself up on this the dragon's head next to him, or like the serpent's head. Ah, you think? I think fate that it was not enemies. I will. Are you also here for? John Ignatius says, no, that we quite enough of that. So, he takes a few steps down the stairs. Austin, great to see you. But please, who
I'll probably
are your
meet
friends
halfway.
here?
Yeah.
Who are your friends here? What are you doing out here? The Boon is a horrible place.
I kind of, I don't present him, but I kind of just sort of show off the shard. You go, well, if you'd believe it, I've come from the other side of the world, in search of answers regarding this shard. It led me here.
Well, the Emperor's hat. Oz's name is that. Some kind of looks like soul fire, but it's different. Some kind of other material. It's almost alive. And what is that? A heartbeat I hear?
Did he say soul foil?
Soul fire.
Soul fire. Okay.
Soul fire
It,
was kind of the blue crystal that you saw in the in that gorge.
Yeah.
Blue fire gorge.
Yes, it reacts well, quite differently to different things. It also has a habit of devouring the souls of demons and such like.
That sounds
Quite fun, really.
interesting.
But
So,
yes. And so many
you came
voices
here to find the
inside.
answers to that. But what led you? I'm quite sorry. How did you? What did you came to Harakato?
Visions of a door and a staircase in the forest, the jungle.
Is that right?
Hmm.
I've been spending most of my academic career gathering sources, figuring out where this place was, what kind of things are inside. Did you know that the last place with any kind of life, intelligent life within the Kankundi was here?
Hmm.
Is this related to the
right.
cataclysm, you think? The cataclysm of the Kangundi? Have you ever heard about that?
Rings a bell, but do enlighten me.
So, as you might have seen if you've traveled through this horrifying place, quite a many signs of ancient civilization, grand public transport roads, even ones like the Chthonian Empire would look at jealously. And
I'd hope so.
then many thousand years ago, it seems like at some point it just stops. With no warning, just a civilization wiped from the face of Cerenar.
Yes. Millions of voices snuffed out at once. Millions of voices
think-
I now hear when I look into this blade. At times.
Are you quite
Seems.
sure?
No. I've not been sure about anything for weeks. But that's what makes it fun.
Oh, well, of course. He looks back. Please, you can lower your weapons. These people are fine.
Oh,
If
yeah,
your friends
sorry.
have asked,
Yeah, chaps, you can come out of hiding now. These stand up. I'm sure. If Eggy's brother's with them, then they're all sound of mind and body.
what do you guys do?
Yango will kind of stay as far away as he can, kind of leaning back against the stairs and just, like, I'll ready a firebolt. I'll just quickly, like, chant it, scribe the symbols, and then I'll just be, like, humming on it. Just
They're a
in
bit
case.
shy, sorry. They've literally been to Helen back in the last week.
Oh, well, yes, we traveled through the jungle to horrifying leeches the size of a pony. Did you see those? Those are horrible. Yes.
We definitely saw something.
Yeah, well, luckily for us, Ionius up here is one of the best marksmen out there. And as well as one of the best rangers the Imperium ever produced, I would say. Hello there, good to see you. I'm Professor Ignatius, John, Professor in Archaeology. Great to see you all, and your names. And Furo kind of looks up to you, Aust, kind of looking if it's okay.
Go ahead. This is one of our newest members.
Ah, monsieur, my name is Furo Safais Monsaclair, Chevalier. Kind of bows. Oh, interesting, a ferret man. Oh, quite.
Ferretkin, I believe, is the term they prefer.
That is derogative. Very. Oh, I'm most sorry, of course. Ferretkin. I will check my bias another time. Oh.
Also, at this point,
Yes.
Torben will also step out. Not in any offensive manner, but just walk up towards us.
Our second newest member.
Oh, and another dwarf. Perfect. Well, hello there. And Mr. Professor Ignatius, good to meet you. Torben, you said?
No, I don't think he said.
Oh, that is the DM's fault.
Okay, so he doesn't know Torgen's name. Okay, perfect. Good.
Yeah, I was really...
Set up and the spike rejected.
Yes, Torben is my name.
Pigeon in the distance.
The meta pigeon just
Yeah, you hear the fall-
got shot down, guys.
Fourth wall collapses. Everything. You see a bunch of guys staring into screens of light. It's weird. They press buttons.
One is rolling terribly.
But yes, he did say Torben, that is correct.
What about Theus?
This guy
Yeah, just-
seems. Theus has kind of bad experience with like guys that call themselves authority of any kind. Especially like the things that we did recently. I think like Fierce will stay hidden. Stay hidden.
You're saying completely hidden. There's somebody around here. You might see him in a bit. He looks like a massive bird at the moment, but I promise you, he's not.
Oh,
Fellow down there who
you're
definitely
carrying around
casting it.
Batman, sounds like.
Sounds normal. You know, I'm sure Lars told you. Fellow down there who's definitely not casting an expelled spell at us. I'm sure he'll introduce himself later on. He's got a massive chicken with him. His name's Nongle. He's I suppose I should say formally a pillar now. We're more of a freelance enterprise, to put it more savorily. But yes, and this incredibly large, cold man behind me is Bjorn, the White Bear of the North. He has a big maul.
Very well. Good to see you.
I don't believe I've forgotten anybody. Nope, cool. I don't know why I was expecting anybody else to pipe up there, but yes, that's
Yes,
us.
me, the seventh party member. You're barbarian.
Another player joins.
Ja?
I am.
Safis.
Hello, it's me, Chad.
Chad.
But yes,
Oh, it's Chad.
this is us, as yet unnamed, but here, I'd say at your service, but we're here at our own.
I see. Well, wonderful to see you. Please come up here. We've set up camp here on the other side of the top of the cigarette. We've been here for quite some time trying to figure this out. This is a quite expensive dig, you know.
Yes, we've been looking for you.
I've been here because neither the well, we don't know who we can trust. Neither the Conventicle nor the Cthulhian administration should want us to explore these kind of areas here. So,
No surprises there. Believe me, I'm off the books as well.
well. Good thing to know. Good thing to know. Well, it is all quite of a doozy here. I will tell you, it's very difficult. We've been in the first of all. There was a bunch of traps and magic kind of things. I've disarmed all of them. It has taken the toll. As you see, my friend up there, he points at the dwarf. He's quite near to death twice. He is very exhausted. So we are actually at the precipice to getting more answers. I think I have found the way down to the inner layers of the cigarette, but there is a very large rock ahead, and that is something I cannot really deal with, to be completely honest.
Large rock.
We're just discussing what to do with it. Come on in. I will show you.
If I may just ask you, my good friend Alistair was doing a good job of explaining why we were here, but you kind of cut off your Dwarven companion when you were explaining your purpose. What is it you hope to find here?
Oh yes, sorry, my name is Krolash Amberstone. I'm a scholar, once of the pillar, but not anymore. I'm also interested in this. I've spent the last 20 years in the adventure, and I've been hired here now by Professor Ignatius to guide him and assist him here. Same with Ionius. Yes, it's Christ, right? Ionius, famed marksman ranger. I've also adventured these parts for many years, bounty hunting, killing riff-raff and the like. And now as well, I'm here as the security detail for Professor Ignatius. We are here, of course, to uncover the secret of the Kagundi Cataclysm, as Professor Ignatius told us before. We are afraid. Yes, just ask me, the professor says. Of course, we are afraid that whatever kind of knowledge here might not even be possible for people to fathom, really. It might undermine the foundations of our society as we know it.
Goodness, I hope so.
Yes. Well, nothing is meaningless.
You sound like a pig, I know. But yes.
That sounds oddly like an insult.
Oh, it's not. Believe me.
But for me, to know what happened to such a great civilization, I just must know it.
Yes.
No.
And if it's happened before, I do hope we can find out if it can happen again.
Yes, most certainly. We must protect ourselves against something like that, but also, of course, just knowing what kind of power is needed to blow up a whole.
Of course.
It's
Well,
fascinating.
while I'm up here, does where we're standing right now correspond with any of the visions I've had regarding that kind of doorway, archway at the top of something in the middle of the jungle that I had previously? Does that correspond with what we're seeing here in any way, or is this different entirely?
Go ahead and give me a, let's say, charisma check with advantage.
Okay. 14.
Kind of take out the shard and kind of focus your power for a bit. And you see small glimpses of the scenes, and what you remember is you saw mountains beneath you in the other vision, and here you have mountains like above you to the as you're in the end of the valley here.
And the mountains the mountains are kind of behind us where we're stood right now, right? They're kind of behind the ziggurat.
Behind the ziggurat and to the sides of it. So surrounding it almost, but not from the north.
And from where we are, just from this kind of vantage point, do we see anything else up in these mountains that might resemble it? Just even at extreme distance, what that was.
You look up at the Grey Run Mountains. No.
Okay.
But that it could be another site as well if it can go. You're not sure, but this is not tall enough, basically, to be that case.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you need a strong arm to get us in. If you're happy for us to accompany you.
Oh yes, please. I was at my wit's end. I would be very excited if you wanted to help us.
Excellent. Sorry, what was your name again? I put to the dwarf fellow.
Oh yes, I am Grolash. Grolash Amberstone.
Grolash, I mean, genuinely no offense by this, but maybe keep a little bit further back. You look terrible.
No, I would love that. I think whatever you do, I will set up some wards here, and I will.
Excellent.
Hold the entrance. I will be no use if there's any more traps down there.
Do you have a way of your ex conventicle? Do you have a way of contacting us once we're in case?
I can do the message cantrip. I also have I think a single sending spell.
Excellent. Well, may I suggest that you only use that sending spell in the direst of circumstances?
Of course, I will.
We will be back, and if we're not back within, let's say, Professor, a couple of days? Just to be on the safe side.
No idea. Well, the tomb goes down quite a bit, and then the entrance. Sure. I don't know how far down it goes. Probably. Well, it's one building. It looks down. Probably not a couple of days. I would hope.
If we're not back in a day, send a message. If you've received no reply, get out.
All right. I will do this. Yodio says, "Well, do you want me down there as well?"
Your historic insight would be more than valuable. We have a couple of like-minded archaeologists here, but well, another head would never spoil anything.
Yes, I will. You have my bow, so to say.
Thank you, Pharaoh. Perhaps you'd like to be the erstwhile protector of the professor during this time. His wood elf companion will also assist.
Of course, monsieur. I will make sure he will not fall to anything.
Merci.
So.
Right, well, big rocks in the way of things.
Shall we go inside? I will show you the tomb.
Certainly.
Theus, are you joining them or no?
Okay, yeah. I come out.
Another one. How fun.
This is fair.
Yes, that's the bird.
Oh yeah, I'm currently a bird with a Lara Croft tank top and short pants.
Yeah.
What an,
The Tomb Raider.
what an
He doesn't always
interesting-
look that good.
What an interesting.
I dispel the at least the bird part, and no, I keep the Tomb Raider part.
Oh,
With your
Well,
normal face, or
I have a normal face.
it takes
That's
all
horrifying.
kinds, I'm
It's
sure.
fierce in the Tomb Raider outfit.
I really like how short your shorts and your top is. Oh, if you ever, I might want some fashion advice from you another time, young man. That is fascinating. Now, come on, I can hardly wait. Now, please come here.
You are way too old for this. I like this style. This does not fit with.
Oh, you have
your
not seen
age.
my legs. There is 0 hairs on them. They are beautiful. This is not the time for that discussion. Please,
if
come.
they're anything like his brothers, they're fantastic. Onwards.
I just want to say I kind of have this bad imagination of Dumbledore in the Tomb Raider outfit. Don't know why.
That is not the mental image I needed.
He doesn't have any beard. You come into like he travels down some stairs and you enter into one of these. You see a bunch of torches lit. Yes, we've lit the torches up here, so we could work inside.
Of course.
Up here at the end, we uncovered the finally after a few traps and like you see a bunch of kind of blood and dust and crumbling things everywhere. As he kind of walks with Ionius and Furo kind of following them as they slowly walk up. There's like a closed set of doors up here that they kind of open. And in ahead, there's like a bigger room. Oh, please, come on. Don't be shy. As he brings you into this room here.
And has the shard changed in the way it's reacting since we started going up the cigarette, or is it still the same, just that kind of pulse?
Yeah, the heartbeat pulse is there. Now, this seems to be a burial chamber of the upper clerical ecclesiastic caste of the lizard folk empire that once were in the Kilgundy. Look at this. All of these he looks like he points at the stone. All of these mosaics have to be made not by hand, but with some kind of detailed machinery. It's quite interesting. And in these tombs, sadly, the remains have been so old, but I'm pretty sure we have found what looks like some kind of mummified, some kind of serpent, some kind. Large serpents, not dragons per se, but I'm not sure precisely what they are.
I see. But predating the cataclysm nonetheless.
Yes, and you see this up here, at the point, as he kind of goes up here, this up here, I'm sure, and he points to the casket here. First of all, I thought it was the tomb of some religious head or some kind of a monarch of some kind. But no, it seems to be a description of some kind of deity, some kind of godliness. And I think looking at this, and he points out some cracks in the stone, I think lifting this away will get us to some kind of vault or some kind of central kind of part of whatever this cigarette is.
Interesting. And have we checked this for traps?
Oh yes, quite. Just so our friend, right?
Excellent. Right. Well, sounds like we should try and move this out of the way. Mr. Bjorn, perhaps you'd like to do the honors.
Bjorn steps up. He's exhausted.
Try to maintain the integrity of the stonework, but needs.
I might need a hand. Anyone?
Yeah, I give him inspiration for.
Is there anyone who wants to help him to negate his disadvantage?
I will try and. I've also got disadvantage. Wow, that cancels things out. But
Yeah, I'm
Well, I would
guessing
say
it requires...
Furo technically has athletics proficiency, so he can help.
Yeah, I also have athletics, so I'll also help along.
So he gets advantage instead of disadvantage on his athletics check. Plus,
I'll,
do you want to do some?
I'll summon Nibbles. Nibbles has got a pretty decent strength.
Yeah.
sorry, I'll be right 2 seconds.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Yeah, Nibbles has got 16 strength, so.
Oh, that's a 29 plus. It's 1d10 for you, right, Theus? Or 1d8?
1d10 is it?
So 33. With a big grunt of effort, he kind of pushes the stone to the side, and you can hear like the like dusty old stale air from eons past, kind of blow into your faces as like a dark unlit pathway leads down. This is the most exciting, wouldn't you say so?
Well, I'm a little bit concerned if you keep talking about traps. I'm not sure what to expect, but I suppose we came here for a reason.
Oh no, we would have if I had just brought a bunch of idiots in here. We would have surely all of them would have died. It is only because of our extreme caution and many days of work that we have come so far. It's hard to get a rest in this place here.
How long have you been here?
Oh, we have been here for 2-3 weeks, maybe. I think days kind of float together when you're just always in the same place working at the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
We know that from experience. Not a very pleasant jungle.
No, it's quite horrible, I must say. What, do you have any idea what we might be able to see in there?
Well, one way to find out.
You're correct. I'm most excited. Let's just wait for a second for Alex before we continue on. And we'll take this last kind of thing before we stop for today. So I will go for a quick second and go for a short toilet break, and I'll be back in a second.
Sounds good.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Hello, sorry about that.
We don't have any sponsors.
Very brief word.
Would you like to sponsor us?
If you'd like to sponsor us, please contact us.
Storms over Cerenar by Epic Boon Productions.
Epic Boon Productions, gmail.com. If you'd like to send any sponsors over our way, you can also contact us at the links below.
We'll sell literally anything.
No, that's not true.
We'll sell almost
statement.
anything.
We'll sell almost anything, yeah. Just waiting for Roar. Alex?
Did we get the lid off?
The lid is off, yeah. The air
Excellent
popped up
news.
from it, so.
Oh. We're gonna need those Indiana Jones hats.
Yeah, unfortunately, then I recharge on a long rest, and I use it to make that potion, the oil that we didn't use.
It's
Oh,
mostly for the
bother.
aesthetic. That's very important.
True,
Yeah.
true. At least one of you has to go for a small gap and then pull it back through the end of
And for a plus 21 on my history check, too, so.
Do you think we need some mastiffs? I still have my
Just release the
I
towns!
really don't think we do.
Technically, there's a possibility that I can pull out a mastiff of the out of the bag of tricks as well. But
I can get 2 mastiffs. Oh, I have 3 letters. Man, we have enough. We have so many letters.
we can do a small siege with that many ladders.
No, I have 3 letters.
All right, Roar, we open the chamber. Let's do this.
You walk down a long staircase until you end up in a small room. 4 torches kind of is lit flame as you arrive down at the bottom here. Going to make sure that Frog floors reset as we return here. Come into big, like a pretty big room. The stairway kind of splits in 2, and then you see a big door in front of you. It's interesting. Is immaculate, kind of big, machiney kind of door.
Are there any carvings on the door, or is it just like a blank sort of?
There is a big old Ouroboros on there. snake biting its own tail, a big eye in the middle of that, and kind of a pentagram superimposed on that, and you see and you see there's like kind of writing around it.
What does the writing say?
It says, just I open for none but time itself. In Kekundi, you translate this with your rune eyes.
I will relay that to the rest of the party. I open for nothing but time itself.
So the right time opens the door. I'll look around the rest of the room. Is there like a clock here or something?
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
I'll assist him with that, if that's okay.
23. Thank
That
you
was
for
good.
the assist.
Now when you find some, you look up, like, and you see like the stairs kind of twist in two and go down in like a curve and then out. In the middle of the room, you see a shaft that is kind of halfway obscured by what is now like a tattered piece of cloth. That shaft might go all the way outside. Go ahead and give me a history roll, and this is only ours who can make this roll. And Jan Ignatius, I'll say. So I'm going to.
Do we need a stick on it with a certain length with an amulet on top?
Yeah, very good.
31.
Holy fuck! What happened? As soon as it's plot, you got plot armor here, buddy.
Got it where it counts, baby.
As you spend fucking months at Camps Pasadar studying this kind of bullshit here. And one thing you know for certain about the old Kangundi kind of civilization is that they track time by like a lunar cycle. So you're pretty sure when the moon is on its highest, that is where the new day is calculated for.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's calculated at the zenith of the moon rather than the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure that but the day, like it's midnight for them, like it's the dawn of a new day, not at any specific time, but when the moon is at its zenith.
What time is it now for us? It's like mid-afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock, maybe.
Gentlemen, now would be a time to compose yourselves. Take whatever rest you need. Have a breather. Prepare yourselves. We've got a while. We're waiting for the moon, not the sun.
Oh, well. Sure. Johnny just takes like a folding chair out. I'll just take notes about this for a few hours. What do you guys want to do until there's like 6 hours until midnight? Or
I would love to make at least a short rest at some point during that because I use pre
I will
spells.
say you can all do a short rest.
Excellent.
Can I go outside and work on my things?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Furl will lose his surge with power.
Is what?
He used surge,
Surge
with power.
with power. Yeah.
Yeah, it only lasts an hour per charge, so.
I'm going to sit cross-legged in front of the door and basically just meditate for that entire time.
Well, if we're delving into the unknown, I'm sure as hell I'm not doing it sober, and I'm gonna also sit down and start to fiddle around with the clam book.
Bjorn is missing temporary hit points.
All right. 19, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use some hit die whilst
And I'm also going to do a short rest for Bjorn and heal him up.
Is 6 hours enough that I could also try to progress my whole brewer thing?
Yeah, I'll say you could do a roll with disadvantage. And Theus, because it's actually you can sit tight and a half piece, you can roll with advantage this time.
Oh, okay, good.
Right, Bjorn is at full health.
That's probably the closest I'm gonna get.
I'd like to use my visions of the past, and I'm going to use this for the area, and I'm going to see if anyone has entered the store recently. I'm basically
Right.
seeing if John Ignatius has actually gone into this room yet or
I
not.
want you to describe to me very carefully how Nongo does this.
All right, so Nongle grabs his manifest off of his back, the large book, well, regular sized book, large for a gnome, and he places it on the ground and places both of his hands onto the actual text, and then looks towards the door and looks and just kind of identifies the room as he takes this minute to do this ritual. And then his eyes kind of gloss over, and he sees the past of this area. So in a 50-foot cube, going back a number of days equal to your wisdom. So that's up to 2 days.
Intelligence for you.
Or intelligence for me. So it's up to 6 days. So within the last 6 days, I basically get to see what's happening in this area.
Nothing has happened for the last 6 days.
Perfect. That puts me at rest.
Right. You wait around. Anything else you guys want to do before the moon is at its highest?
No, not for me. Apart from lamenting the fact that I used my crown of stars, which I can't get back until I've had a long
that's
rest.
sad.
The freedom
Them's the
of
breaks.
all fades, but it is what it is.
If the legacy holds for 8 hours, you still have that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So accuracy is fine.
Yeah, the other armor of Agathis and intellect fortune go down, but that's fine because I'm a warlock. So,
Yeah, because I'm a warlock.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh my!
Right. Going back with that.
The furniture's moving.
After a few hours, it doesn't really get dark in here, but at some point, you see like a sphere of silvery light in the chute above, as the moon appears on its highest. It doesn't seem like the light kind of pierces through the torchlight down here.
Kind of open my eyes around that time. Douse the torches.
They were getting on my nerves.
Does our
Well, kind of.
yeah, this is perfect for Dorgan. Does our dark vision pierce the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll start snuffing them out.
So the torches, a beam of light kind of hits the center of the eye, opens up the door. Big kind of dust falls down as this kind of things just open up like a big machine. And
I'm glad that
you
worked.
see, and as the door opens, you're blinded momentarily by sunlight as it hits your eyes. Mystical, magical light emanating from everywhere, almost like a golden light.
Oh,
Out you see rows and rows of terracotta.
Exactly
Yeah,
the same as what we
yeah,
saw in
like when we got the
the
shard.
first place.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, cool. Cool.
Mr. Nongle, I think you know what happened last time. Keep an eye, a wary eye.
I'll stay back and keep my eye out.
Could I
I'm
have
gonna.
a little bit of context?
Yes, sorry. When I got the blade, it was a room very similar to this, preceding the room I went into. To be short, these statues were more automatons. They came to life, in a manner of speaking, and I believe attacked us. So be on your guard. Anything that happens in here to me now, I'm addressing everybody. Just roll with it. Unless, it gets nasty, in which case, I don't know, kill me. But I'm gonna.
Fascinating. What do you mean about killing?
Just in case, always bears keeping in mind. And
That's
I'm,
a
gonna,
very
I'm saying this
strange
as I'm kind of walking nonchalantly into this. Just looking
And
around.
it's just kind of over. Now this is
about here.
quite interesting. What kind of light is this? Furo follows him because he's supposed to take care of him, and so does he.
I look out.
And-
Are there any braziers in this room similar to the ones that
No.
were in the initial?
There's not.
Where's the light coming from?
You look up. It is eerily just in the room. Just going to move you in here so you can all see it as I describe here.
Do I see any
maybe shut
like
the door
reflective
behind me, aren't you?
surfaces that might be sort of
No.
amplifying the moonlight in this? Or is
No,
there-
the moonlight. The moonlight is kind of not as relevant anymore. What you see here is just like an eerie kind of, yeah, almost ghostly light, and not. That's not a hint. That's just a description. You see rows and rows of terracotta soldiers, big kind of without any kind of features, just completely flat, nothing, no real features. You see the big statues in the corners and guarding the door ahead of you. You see a bunch of pillars holding up like a reverse dome. There's no braziers in here. There's no plinth with anything.
I kind
There's
of
just the pillars.
I turn around, look at the
Um,
faceless statues, just look back at Fierce, and just kind of go, "All yours," and then just start walking further in.
And
I-
that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Back at the beginning.
a
It
Roboros,
involves
baby.
most similar
So,
to our first.
every 30 sessions, we
yeah.
go back to the same spot.
Yes. It's just a deja vu for everybody.
Happy
Yep.
30th, guys.
Thank you
That's
for playing,
that.
guys. I had a bunch of fun.
Well, that's over.
today.
That's over a year for us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, we never celebrated our 1 year anniversary. So happy anniversary of playing this this campaign for 1 year, and
Yeah, 30 sessions as well. Damn, boys.
fucking do it again for the next year.
The campaign's a flat circle.
Yeah.
Time is a flat circle.
Yep.
I go
Yeah,
in
that
that
is-
door and come out as Ross Cole.
You come back out without
just
it.
as we saw you first time as a fighter.
I don't sleep anymore.
weak?
I just dream.
Comes back as a fighter.
You know Carcosa? Yeah, I come back as a level 7 fighter.
Yep. Different campaign.
Not like this.
Not like this. Yeah, I hope you had fun today, guys.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
that was wild.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And I hope all of you watching had fun as well. I definitely had. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the maps you have seen today is by Cepiku, C-Piku. Very great maps. Go check them out on Patreon if you haven't already. Thank you. We are playing on Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Can also readily recommend that.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and of course, thank you all for and of course, as always, thank you, Nick, our IT guy, and one and only Patreon. I think great to have you supporting us, my friend. And thanks to all of you guys. I have a blast playing with you, and now you picked up a companion, so I can actually roleplay a little bit with you without being too much DMPC like, right? So. Very great to have you here. I'm excited to see what happens next year, and I'm interested to hear how many of you rewatched the first episode before we meet again on 2 weeks from now.
I'm gonna block
Thank you all for
it.
watching.
All right.
Yeah, just plug the video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks.
Au revoir, ding dongs.
Goodbye,
Oh,
ding
dongs.
dongs.
Ding dong.
Bonsoir.